and rough up a red brand.
Are you talking about when I
Jairee,
shoved a sword up a guy's ass?
yes, you murdered a man
Oh, okay.
by raping him with your rapier.
Did it work?
He died, so he was successfully intimidated, but you gleaned no information from him. You learned from other people, and the bartender of the other red brand run establishment, that the place you are currently in, which is the, what just says red brand hideout, but in reality I believe it's called the,
there's a manor at the top of the hill.
Yeah, the Tresandar, I believe. Yeah, Tresandar Manor is where you are currently. You are currently in the basement, and you snuck up on them, and you encountered a group of ruffians, and one begged for your forgiveness and told you what he knew, and you allowed him to escape.
And we found something in the well.
And you found something in the water. You found some fairly helpful things.
Yep.
And he told us there's a wizard down there.
Yes, he did tell you that there is a wizard down here.
Doing some magic shit and some goblins down there and what else?
And a bear, sounds like? No.
Ashy one.
Oh yeah, what do you call those things?
What thing?
They're some kind of bears.
Bugbears?
Bugbears.
Bugbears.
Which they are
Like
neither
bears.
bugs nor bears.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're kind of like Rhode Island.
Before we get started, I was wondering if
Yes.
it would be possible if I played a different character.
Other than the Babbitt? The hair?
Yeah, I was looking at him earlier and looking at some of the other ones I have, and I'm like, I'm just not feeling this guy.
I made a cool ass song for your character too.
Well, your character... I would actually be totally fine with you switching characters because your character is kind of a little OP.
Yeah,
There's a
with the
little-
cannon thing, that especially low level, I don't see how that can be that strong. But
Yeah, it's like, what? You did how much damage?
but
So what are you going to play?
We could use
a
wizard.
cleric
A cleric too.
that I was looking at. Because what do we got? We got a barbarian, moon druid. We've got a rogue, and we've got a bard, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I was thinking about a cleric. Let me send you his token.
But then, like, how do we explain what's going on with John Rick?
Y'all were eating too many brownies. You thought I was a rabbit before.
Holy shit. Didn't you used to be a rabbit?
Okay.
So what is this guy's name?
Blutok.
Who?
Blutok.
Blutok.
All right.
Blutok.
Blutok.
No.
And do you want to do a new sheet, or you just want me to edit this?
I'll
character
just
sheet?
have you edit that one. I'll just
Okay.
add the new picture.
Okay.
What kind of person are you?
Goliath cleric.
Goliath cleric.
Yep.
Goliath. You know what a Goliath is, Eric?
No.
It's a half fucking giant.
He's a tall one.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. They're very good as
now I have something to
physical
Does that
write.
mean
fighters.
I'm no longer the tallest person in the party?
I doubt it.
Yep.
Well, the first thing we need to do, sir, is fashion some sort of back holster device that I can ride on the back of you.
Yep.
Master Blaster.
And then I will like jump off and turn into an animal and attack.
Yeah, I could probably throw you, and then you transform into a bear or something and land on him.
Of the bear. And then you throw-
The Wolverine would be better.
Yeah. A honey badger.
Yep.
Nobody messes with those things.
I can't do that yet. I think the only thing I
That's
can actually turn
interesting.
into is a panther is what I can turn into.
Unless the DM changes it.
Well,
Well,
so
that's
What does it
while
mean if you guys-
while Jimbo's sorting out his character, you guys can kind of proceed with your adventuring.
okay. So this room here was empty, right?
The room that you are currently in.
My screen's all black.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. No, I
Probably
just had
look-
to,
Yeah,
I
you
had to
probably.
reposition.
Mm-hmm.
There
But
we go.
So what is there anything in these boxes and barrels worth note?
They have provisions like salted
Mushrooms?
pork and beef, flour, sugar, ale,
Oh, good.
but
We can give that
nothing
back
of
to the town.
any serious value.
Oh,
Any
that's
like
it.
white lightning or moonshine?
No.
It's a value to the town. They probably need food to eat and shit.
Oops,
So
that's not what I wanted.
Are there any
we can
mushrooms
take
in
that
here?
later.
Is there any money?
Mushrooms.
No, there are no
Throw in the corner.
mushrooms in the barrels.
No, I'm behind the barrels,
No.
like in the corners. Okay.
I'm gonna recover the crossbow bolts I shot at these assholes last game.
Fry finger, but oh.
Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. So there's nothing in there. So let me zoom out a bit. The only other space that we can see is probably this right here, right?
Yep.
Correct?
Yeah, there's a doorway underneath the landing.
So let me get this straight. This right here is higher. Correct?
Yes, this is
Okay. And this goes up under.
like
up
this would be
under,
about 10 feet
like
up. This would be
and
about
that's a-
20 feet up, and then this goes underneath.
And this is an alcove, like a
Mhm.
door up under an alcove. Okay, gotcha. All right, so I'll look at the rest of the guys and say, time's a wasting, fellas. Nope, that's not the accent I was going to use.
That's not the accent I wanted.
Nope, it just came out as Irish. Yeah, Liam will say it's time's a wasting. We probably should get going before they know we're here.
Anybody seen John Rick? He
Who?
like disappeared.
Nobody sees Judrick.
I ate these brownies and suddenly this other fellow is here. But he looks like a fine, stalwart, trustworthy fellow, so let's keep him.
So, is there a door here?
No?
Did we
There's
see,
a
like,
door
big
right
dude?
here. I'll open it for you.
Oh well, I don't.
Oh,
know
apparently
yet.
the door is right here, so you should be able to
So
see
is
through it now.
Blutok here like right now?
Yeah.
Is Blutok here for everybody else to see?
Yeah.
Can we all talk to Blutok?
Oh, that's just a bigger rabbit.
So pool of water, nothing of note in here, right?
Oh crap!
That's just another bigger rabbit.
Or
It's
are
a
you just gonna
bigger
introduce
rabbit.
him- Are
It's
you
at-
gonna introduce him later, or are we just gonna?
We're just gonna pretend he was here.
Are you just retconning?
Yeah.
What are you doing exactly?
I'm assuming we're just retconning.
There he is.
Okay.
All right, and then Goliath's dark vision, I think.
Goliaths have dark vision.
I'm not sure. I think they have
just
dark
about
vision.
every race in
Oh,
D&D
sorry.
has
No,
dark
I
vision.
was muted. No, I don't have dark vision.
Okay. So,
Good. We've got a whole group of people without. Oh no, wait. Jaree's
no,
got.
But
dark
Jairee
can't-
has
don't-
dark vision.
High, yeah, high elves have dark vision.
There we go.
So does Liam notice anything about the air as the door opens? Cooler, warmer, wetter,
Mm,
drier.
not in this room, no.
Okay. Could he smell anything on the air with his primal?
If you were to smell anything in the room,
Can I make a perception check to see if I smell anything?
from outside the room,
Well, just like
I guess
wafting in the air.
I guess you would probably smell that the room smells more earthy than this one. Da-na-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na-na.
Sorry, I gotta take this call.
No problem.
Okay. It's going.
Not Dragon Pyros though. It's Liam. So Liam kind of gets close to the door and gets down on all fours and kind of smells. He says, I don't think anything's in that room. That's not the voice I wanted to use either.
And there- and you're looking at up this way. Is that
Yeah.
like going down?
Well, it's
Or
going through an alcove.
Mhm.
Okay, so it's like an underpass through this
Yeah.
little archway.
So as you enter
Okay.
this room, so thick dust covers the flagstones of this somber hallway. The walls are decorated with faux columns every 10 feet and double doors at the west end of the hall, which is sheathed in copper plates, now greened with age. A relief carving of a mournful angel graces the doors.
Okay. Guys, we got another set of doors here.
We
This
got
is gonna be my
doors!
voice. This is gonna be my voice. He's gonna be Batman the whole time.
All right, I'm trying to think of a voice for him.
Actually, no. I'm gonna be more like what is the guy? William Shatner. Guys, there seems to be another door. So
Found the secret door, Jerry.
Well, I'm
hold
gonna
on.
go up to it and just
Okay.
what the hell?
Where the hell you guys going? I didn't even see that door over there.
It was in an alcove.
Oh, what the fuck's in
So-
here?
Yeah. Liam, so your character is small, or is he still
Very.
medium?
Well, no, I don't. I think he's still medium,
Like, okay.
but
damn.
I
Really?
I lost my pet. He's down here. He's small.
Okay.
I think you gotta be a gnome or a goblin to be like small, right?
But you'd be like probably 60,
I'm
70% the size of everybody else of a normal
I am
humanoid?
Hold on, I will give you my bio. Well, I am 3'11" and 135 pounds.
Okay.
311. That's my favorite band.
All right.
The clan band.
So you guys are in the hallway,
Um,
eyeing up the doors.
Yep, I'm going to move forward.
Hold up.
I'm gonna use my stone cunning and see
I
if
go
I
up to the,
detect a difference in the ink
I believe it's
line.
too late.
It is too late for that. You would have been able had you said so 2 seconds ago. But you can give me Yep. Triggers the trap. I don't think there's
Uh-oh.
even a save.
Her triggers a trap.
Yep. You've
you know,
triggered
you
the
have
trap.
a rogue standing behind you, right?
Yeah.
You are aware of that.
Yes. Well, Jairee, if by all means, if you would like to lead this expedition, then get your
No,
tall, trophy shirted ass.
You just, it, there are two ways to deal with traps. You're choosing not my personal choice, but go for it.
But you are a
I'm making no judgments.
Okay,
here.
hold on. You are a barbarian.
Yeah, but I don't have danger sense yet.
Oh, you don't have danger sense yet because it's level 2?
Yep.
Too bad.
Okay.
Still, there's
Well, I
actually
thought
no
we were-
save for
weren't we level
this.
3 starting out.
How is there no safe or a trap?
Because it's a weight-based trap.
Ah, okay.
Because it's a pit trap that was covered over. They dug out the dirt beneath the stone floor, creating a hidden pit trap.
Okay.
If there is 100 pounds or more of weight, the tiles and timbers collapse.
Well, down.
So you fall 20 feet to the dirt floor, taking 2d6 damage.
Everybody?
Just him.
Just him.
You
Oh,
gonna roll
no.
26? Yep. That's gonna kill me.
I walk up behind you and go, "Hey, I think there's a trap there."
I think there's a trap there.
All right.
Yeah, the red outline
you
is the
gonna roll?
trap, so
You gonna roll the 2d6 or
Oh,
shall I?
how did I do that?
I can roll the 2d6.
Well, you're in the trap too, Jairee.
Oh.
8.
No, I was standing right here. I thought that was a trap.
That leaves me with a whole
One hit point.
Hey.
Like, guys. I'm kind of hurt.
Small man, grab the rope. Blutok will toss down one end of a rope to him.
I will
What
grab
does
hold of the
Blutok
rope.
look like, by the way? Okay.
All right, so I grabbed the rope, and I'm guessing you're gonna pull me back up.
Yes.
Okay. Thanks, big man.
Watch out.
Now, there's a hole in the floor. What do we do?
There
You said
is
it was-
enough of an edge on the side that you could probably skirt along the edge. It's not like
Okay.
completely to the wall.
I'm sure Jairee could jump it.
I could probably jump it. Yeah, I'll skirt along the edge of the wall just to get on this side of it. And he triggers another trap.
Kapow! It punches you off like the wipeout stuff.
Well, skirting along the edge requires a dex check or a dex save.
Oh.
A deck save?
Hold on. I think it says a dex. Yeah, it says a
Oh, yes,
creature
Alfonso. Why did it say Alfonso?
that
Alfonso?
yeah, you need an acrobatics check to skirt along the ledge.
Well, it's acrobat. Okay.
Yeah.
Not much better.
Yep. So give me a dexterity save to see if you can kind of prevent yourself from falling. You don't. You fall in again.
And I'm dead.
How deep is this pit again?
20 feet.
2d6.
Oh, Jesus.
7 damage. He's
And
unconscious
I
in the pit. I fell into the pit.
Gravity, my worst enemy. All right, so I'm dead.
Yep.
Somebody help.
That fucking halfling.
Aren't you a
All right.
cleric? Just cast a spell down there and help me.
Yeah.
I've got a +3 on Dex. Okay, so that brings me back up to 8.
Yep.
So I
You
kind of
know
wake
that
up
was
and
shit,
I
yeah.
look up and I say, can I get that rope again?
I'll throw down the rope again. I said, watch out.
Wait, did he have to make a death save?
No, because
No,
he
'cause
got
I
healed
healed
as soon
him.
as he fell.
He crumpled on the bottom and I healing worded him.
Guys, anybody else want to try going across there?
Yes, yep.
How about whoever tries going across, I hand you a rope. So if you fall, I just catch you.
Yeah, or Blutok can stay here and hold the end of the rope, so if anybody falls, they can.
Well,
I'm pretty sure he
Blutok
can hold them.
Blutok can jump it.
Yeah, I'll go last.
All
I'd
right.
probably been better off jumping it.
All right. Give it a try, Jairee. Then I'll go after you. Use that great elven dexterity he has.
Jairee! Don't think he's there.
Jerry!
Jerry?
All right. I'll go first then.
I'll go first then.
All right.
Undoubtedly, our elf is deaf.
Or just muted. Yep. You successfully skirt along the edge and make it across.
Hey,
All right. I'll throw
I'm
the
gonna
rope
try it
back
now.
to. I'll throw the rope over to the wee little halfling.
Yep, I'm gonna try it now. Oh, there we go.
Yes.
Sounds
You
like
make
it.
I do a wall run.
it. Very impressive.
Oh, you rolled acrobatics.
Okay, Jairee, your turn.
I'll
It's
roll
the same.
acrobatics for Jerry, because...
Hey.
Oh, yeah. Jerry easily makes it.
And then how does jumping work?
Jumping is... I believe it's... Your strength score determines the amount of feet that you can jump.
Oh, so
And then-
14 is my strength, so I can jump 14.
Yes.
Hey, okay.
Longest distance you jump 5e with a strength score of 15 would be 15 feet horizontally.
Yes.
Welcome back.
Can you
We
guys hear
can-
me?
Yes, we
Now we
can
can
hear you.
now.
Okay. What the shit? I'm sitting there talking, and I'm like, that's really weird. They're not responding to me. What the hell?
Yeah, we're just dicks.
I'll
I
back
think
up
I'm-
to get a running start
I think I
and
married all of you.
make a leap over.
Does Alfonso need to make that, or he can pretty much walk on that little edge?
Mm-hmm. If he's small, then he can just skirt along the edge.
Yep.
With no issues.
Can I make it with my 12?
Yes. Well, I actually rolled for you, so you had a 20.
Oh, okay, even better.
So all of you make it to the other side, and you are right against the doors.
Oh shit! Somebody want to listen at the door?
Hey, Jairee, you're really good with
Hey.
locks, right?
Why don't I go up to the door?
Okay.
Yeah,
Great
why
idea.
don't you go up to
Oh,
the
you
door?
just fell in the pit.
You fell into the
How the
pit.
hell is that? How does this thing keep moving? There we go. Okay. So I'm guessing perception? Listen at the door?
Yes.
You might want to check for traps before you try to open it.
You don't,
Right, no, first thing
you
I'm
don't
doing is
detect
listen.
anything in the
So,
room. The room is
Check
deathly
for
quiet.
traps, sleight of hand. What skill would be check for traps then?
Investigate.
Would that be
Well,
oh, shit,
typically
I
to
don't have that.
check for, like, to look for traps would be perception.
Okay.
Well, I thought to look for traps on like a general area is perception. I always
If you're
thought
if you're checking out an item to see if it's booby trapped, then that's investigation.
yeah. So, well, I don't know. It's up to you. You're the DM, but
I play it so that if you're checking an item to see if
So
that
if he's
item has
checking
some
the-
sort of booby trap, then it'd be some form of investigation. And
So not a
then
door,
sleight of
though?
hand would typically be your method to disarm it.
Okay. Do I find the trap?
Not that you can tell, not on the door.
Okay. Should
And the
I
room is eerily quiet.
Okay. Then I'm gonna try to pick the lock.
It's not locked. You can just walk in.
Oh, can I open the door very slowly,
Okay.
looking for wires or any kind of connections? Actually, is there a keyhole?
No, it's not a door that's really been locked ever.
Okay.
It's kind of like the
Um,
doors of Rohan, and you just push them aside.
Yeah, I have that kind of strength, sure. Okay, I'll open the door then.
They're not large doors, they're just doors. So, inside this room, as you enter into this room, you see. So, you see 3 large stone sarcophagi stand within this dusty crypt, all propped up. Against each sarcophagus is a human skeleton clad in bits of rusty mail. False columns along the walls are carved in the image of spreading oak trees. The double doors in the southeast corner are sheathed in tarnished copper plate, just like they were on the other side. So,
Where'd Jerry go?
uh,
He ran off.
he decided to flee.
He was like, zoink!
Yeah,
Twinkies.
and each lid of the sarcophagi depicts a different human face.
Why
What
do
are you
I
doing
keep
in the
moving
walls?
off? I keep moving off for some reason. I don't know what the hell's going on with wrong with my
Like,
computer.
stop moving inside the walls.
I'm having a tech day. I'm having a bad tech day.
Oh, I had a tech day on Thursday. It was crazy, but
Here, I'll move over, Jerry. Oh, okay, there you go. So, seems like we stumbled into.
Can you describe the room again?
oh yes, of course. So 3 large stone sarcophagi. Against each sarcophagus is a human skeleton, clad in bits of rusty mail. And each. What are you doing? My goodness, Jerry! Don't even move yourself.
I'm having trouble with my mouse. I need to grab another mouse.
Yes, just like
Whiskey.
just tell me where you want to move. You're just like,
Stick me-
woo! Let's go for an adventure. Let's just teleport.
Hey, I'm a grown man walking around in a pirate shirt. I live my life, okay?
I live my life how I want.
So these skeletons, do they look alive?
They're just
So
They're
we
just
can
kind of
see the
bones that are.
skeletons. It's not like these lids are closed, right?
No, they're
No,
propped
they're
up against
closed.
the-
They're just propped up against the.
Okay. Jerry, check for traps.
And someone roll. I'm grabbing my thing to grab. My Minnie Mouse.
Okay. Well, Liam, as you kind of move out from your corner,
Oh. Really? That's wrong. out of
Ruh-roh.
the skeleton animates.
That's what I figured.
Of course it does.
Nobody just put skeletons in a room.
Ever.
Just one of them?
All 3 of them animate.
Oh, okay.
And some extra help
Extra help.
Oh.
arise from behind the sarcophagi.
Zombie.
Okay.
Zombie.
Exactly. Hey. All
They
right.
want
Wait,
what's
the
in your head. No, right.
A cranberry song? Oh, favorite
Come
song.
on.
You don't like
It didn't
cranberries?
even.
I like cranberries.
They're okay.
It looked as though I
Just-
had cleared it, but I apparently I did not. And then it didn't show up that anybody. Anyways, so I will.
I dated a girl who was way too into them.
I'm
Zombies?
sorry.
No, the cranberries.
You used to like Tina off Bob's Burger. And then the zombies touched their butts.
Oh my.
I had a girlfriend like that, but it was with that band Live.
Lightning crashes.
Alright, so
Yep,
Liam,
that's the one.
Blutok, Jables, and then Jairee is fetching another mouse. And that is everybody. So Jables.
Oh, wait.
Jables is first.
I say we just run the back fucko out of here.
Abandon the
gonna-
quest.
yeah. No, actually, let them chase us across the pit and let them fall into the pit. Will we make it across the pit?
We have to go back across the pit.
No.
I'm fine with that. I guess the rest of you aren't. Hey, don't we have a cleric in our party?
Yes.
Don't we have what?
A cleric?
Yes.
You
That
can
is
turn
me.
undead. Can you turn undead?
I can, but I'm almost last in initiative.
Almost last in initiative. Blutok is very good at metagaming.
So you must all go
I was gonna say
first.
no metagaming here, guys.
Well, we could all hold our action and let you do that.
Well, I'm
Correct.
gonna let you. Yeah, but the zombies still get
Yeah,
to go. So
we
we're
can't
not
hold
gonna-
their actions.
Oh, okay. All right,
Hey,
fine.
undead, just wait a minute, okay?
You're good enough, you're smart enough, and doggone it, people like you.
All right. Do you guys want to run away or do you guys want to fight?
I'm gonna tell you. I don't care what y'all do. Liam is going running in straight in and becoming a hurricane.
Blutok always fight undead.
All right. Just fighting.
Yeah, yes, we are. Are they all? They're all just skeletons, right? Or there's how many zombies were there?
3 skeletons,
Yeah.
2 zombies.
Nothing worse than that, though, right?
Not that you
Yeah.
can see.
Yeah.
All right.
Is that a zombie?
No, that's allergies.
Oh,
Allergies.
Bad allergies.
Like a zombie. Comes from nowhere and drives you fucking crazy.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm going to step back to this circle and then use a crossbow to shoot this zombie right here. That's all right with you.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine by me, Jables. You go ahead.
$15 hits.
Okay. Damage.
Glittering air. Glittering air.
4. Okay.
smoke in the region.
All right. 4 damage.
Which one was that? This one?
He was shooting the back zombie.
Oh, okay.
Any other action, Jables?
No, that'll be it.
Okay. Skeletons. Well, this one's clearly going for Liam.
Yay!
And he misses.
Yay!
This skeleton will go for Blutok.
No.
And also miss.
Yay.
And this one will head in and go for Jairee.
Let me see.
And hit.
What is it with these undead? I want to know.
8 damage
Why
to
would you
Jairee.
hit me?
The skeleton rolled really well.
Fucking skeletons.
And
Is
then
there a reason I
immediately
can't see
after
the
them
rolls?
is the zombies.
How much damage did Jairee
8.
take? 8. Ooh.
8.
Yeah.
He's doing rolls. He's hiding the rolls. That way, if he kills us,
Oh, gotcha.
I don't
Gotcha.
have to. It's just that the more recent, like the newer
What?
campaigns that they've added to Roll20, it automatically sets it so that it always whispers. And so if you turn it off, then you have to turn it off for every NPC.
Gotcha.
um,
I was actually more worried I was having another tech issue, honestly.
Nope. So this zombie will just
what damn?
come over here. And I will
Look out, lizard.
Yeah, look out with lizard indeed.
Is he? Don't let him hit my lizard.
Well, no, he's not. It's 20 for the zombie to slam
On my
Liam.
lizard? Oh,
Not the
wait,
lizard,
yeah,
no.
That hits.
He doesn't care about the lizard. For 2 bludgeoning. Useless zombies. The other zombie will also slam. Wow, both of them are rolling amazingly.
Oh.
For 6 damage on Blutok.
All right.
And then now it's Jerry's turn.
Jairee, do something.
Okay.
Stop looking like a
can I-
frilly man.
What's the deal with these little ball bearings? Can I throw these out in front of the? So for the ball bearings that I have, I was gonna
Yep.
throw them out into a square so that they have to, when they move, they actually do the dex check first. So how would I roll that?
But it's too late. They're already upon us.
Yeah.
Well, he's still in front of me. I mean, he still has to make a dex check every time he moves, right? Because it's not like he's
Yes.
just standing there hacked. So, and skeletons and zombies can't have very high dex. So how would I roll to see if I threw them out successfully?
Well, you're just throwing them on the ground in front of you?
Well, basically, I was going to try to cover this area with them. Right, this area here. So these 3 have to deal with it. Yeah, basically.
Do you have some sort of a ranged attack that you can roll for?
Well, I think they only cover 1 square, don't they?
Is it?
Oh, yeah, it is like 10 ball bearings to a square or something like that.
Yeah. So it'd only cover 1 square.
Okay.
So you'd have to pick which one.
How about this? I'll just attack it with my sword,
Okay.
and then for my cunning action, I'll do the ball bearings.
Okay.
If I'm
No,
facing
it's 10 feet.
Oh, is it 10 feet?
Let's,
yeah, it's 10 feet. Aren't these squares each 10 feet?
They're 5
No,
feet.
they're 5 feet.
Oh, okay. So I could cover these 2 squares then.
Well, and it's centered on an area.
Yeah, I was gonna center right here, so that these 3 could be effective if they move up to attack.
Yes.
That way I can
Well-
give him some cover.
No, that would be. Well, it says.
Well, I mean, okay, this is why I teach history. Bad at math.
I'm confusing.
Because
Let's just attack
confusing.
first.
Let's just
Okay.
attack.
How about
Woo! Yes, that certainly hits the
I'm
zombie.
gonna ask a quick question. If I hit this guy, is it considered a sneak attack since he's facing this guy?
You are within. He is within 5 feet of another teammate, so yes, it is considered sneak attack.
Okay. I'm attacking him then. So how do I?
Just roll damage,
just
and then
roll
if you
with
hit,
your-
then just roll your sneak attack bonus.
Okay.
But I think aren't skeletons absorbent to not absorbent piercing attacks.
Blade,
Don't work
yeah,
for-
blade should be half, right?
Some of
If I
them.
remember.
Nope.
They're not immune, but
They're not resistant. He's
They're
dead.
not resistant to pointy attacks.
Nope.
No.
They're just
Not
regular
5e?
skeletons.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
but-
think maybe like a poison, but
Yeah, poison. They're immune to poison because they're undead.
I always thought a skeleton. Never mind.
If one of you guys want to be kind enough to kill this fucker, I'd be really happy.
Yeah. Working on it next turn.
He's made me his bitch.
Just hear the skeleton. Bitch.
I have a Rick and Morty skeleton.
All right,
All right,
Blutok.
Blutok.
Summer.
okay.
You sounded like John Rick for a second there.
Yeah,
What?
I guess I'll use my turn undead. I'll
Okay.
raise my shield and say, "Back up,
Bitches.
back up, bitches." That's and see if I get them to get away from me.
And it's against your spell save DC.
Yeah. Oh, it didn't put it in there, which is
I'm assuming it's 13 or something.
13. Yes.
Okay, so both the skeletons fail. And they have to spend their next turn moving as far as, yeah, all its turns.
Unless it gets attacked.
Yes. Okay, so
Yep.
little green marker to signify that it should be running away. And then the zombie.
Thank you.
Well, the first zombie passes,
Got a smart zombie over here.
and then the second zombie.
A wise guy, eh?
Second zombie fails.
Okay, Newman.
Yeah. Anyways, so any other actions?
For how does Jerry look? Is he looking pretty bad right now?
I'm down 8. So I'm going to do a cunning action. And oh, wait, which one ran away? This one ran away?
The one in front of you, yeah.
Well, they have to spend
No.
their
Yeah.
turn running away.
right,
Don't-
he will whenever it's his turn. If
Yeah.
he's not attacked. If he's attacked,
hit-
then he's gonna stay put.
My cunning action is going to be to throw. Oop, no, not to move. To throw ball bearings at the zombie back here, so you can see if he can fall.
Okay.
So how? I have no idea how to run that attack though. Like,
Well, yeah,
would I
you
just
you already threw
roll a
them.
20-sider and see what happens? Well, my
Spiritual
action was
weapon.
Oh,
Here.
you're summoning spiritual weapon.
Yeah.
Which one are you attacking with spiritual weapon?
The zombie that's not gonna run away.
Oh, so this one.
Yeah. So I guess I'd put it back here somewhere. 8 force damage.
Okay. Liam.
Liam will run to here, and he doesn't get an attack of opportunity, correct? Or does he?
They can't take reactions as far as I know.
Liam will move up to here.
Yeah, it also can't take reactions if it's turned.
And he will
Oh yeah, can't
jump.
take reactions.
He will jump on this. Where'd my character sheet go?
On the
That is-
zombie?
Yep, he will jump on the back of the zombie with his one-handed spear. Actually, no, he'll run and do a 2 and jump in the air, and with 2 hands he'll plant the spear in the back of the zombie's neck.
Okay, well, yes, that somehow works
With the big pokey poke.
For 5 damage.
for 5 damage.
I really wanted to go. You're jumping on the zombie. Why would you jump on the zombie? Now you smell like a zombie. What's up with that?
Okay then.
And then for my never mind, I think that's all I got. Oh, I would like to rage.
Okay. Sounds good.
After that.
After
yes, yeah.
attacking.
Yeah, after attacking. I'm
Yep.
not the smartest barbarian.
Jables.
All right, Jables is going to shoot his crossbow at this zombie who's not running away. Still snarling and all that shit. Back
Basically,
you foul beast.
Basically, you see me hanging onto my spear as it's
Um,
embedded in his back.
Against all odds, that hits.
Wow, okay.
Zombies have some of the worst ACs. For 6
But they
damage.
have one of the best abilities in the game.
Yes,
Yeah.
Undead Fortitude is very annoying to counter.
What is that?
Undead Fortitude?
Yes.
Well, if
find
zombies
out.
or other things with Undead Fortitude get downed, well, I guess you'll find out in like a turn.
Let's see.
Skeleton! Okay, the skeletons must take their turn running away. So this one's going to run up to the door and take an attack of opportunity from Blutok.
Nope, I'm not gonna hit it. I want him to run.
Okay. This one's going to do the same.
And I will take the attack of opportunity because
Okay.
So as I'm holding on with one hand on the back of my spear, just embedded into the back of this zombie's neck, when this zombie runs behind me, I'll take my great club and just swing it back and hit him in the knees as he comes through the hallway.
Also gonna also
Okay.
blade swing at him.
You definitely
Oh no,
hit
I
it.
didn't do my rage though. There we go.
Yeah, you hit it for 7 damage.
I'm also gonna take an attack of opportunity as it runs away from me.
Booga booga.
Booga booga. Nice.
Blutok is?
And I'm gonna
Jairee is.
Oh,
I am.
well,
can't I? It's
well, if
train
you
is back
attack it, then his attack of opportunity doesn't land.
Yeah, it won't go up
okay.
there.
Gotcha.
But
Okay,
like
then
I
just
guess
let it
if
go.
you're
No,
if
no.
Jerry's trying to swing it,
Shoot
No.
the zombie. Shoot the zombie.
No, that's fine. I'll let him go.
It's all one action though. I mean,
well, but
No,
as
he
soon
already rolled
as it takes
he rolled his
damage,
first.
no, I got you.
No, he rolled his first, so it wouldn't be right for me to just pile on like that.
Yeah.
So it's cool.
Well, I mean, see what kind of damage you do. If you do more damage, we'll take it.
And that's kind of my point, right? It wouldn't be cool to do that.
yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, well, this skeleton is no longer turned,
Right.
and so it's gonna take a swing and
It
miss.
It
Yes, it
used its
can.
action to run.
No, it can only use its action to dash.
What? No, it used its action to.
Yeah, it has to use his action to run, so that would have been his action.
Well, okay, a turn creature must spend its. Hold on.
It must spend its turn trying to move as far away from you as it can.
Oh,
but
so it only used
it
its
only lasts
movement.
until it takes any damage. It took damage, and then it's no longer
Right.
turned, and he hadn't taken any action.
Okay.
If he had been dashing, yes.
Or daring.
Yep.
Or courageous. Or spirit.
Or
Right.
handsome.
Well, this skeleton is the one in the far left corner is already at the bottom, so it's already it's not going to
Yeah.
get any further away from you. It's just
And he's
trying to
not
run
coming
into
any
the wall.
closer either.
It can't come closer, but it's also stuck in that corner.
Blutok, you can walk up with your hands scaring him.
Booga booga.
Booga booga indeed. And then the zombie that's not scared. Yeah, it's
they're
gonna go
ahead of
for
me.
Liam. Oh, it crit against Liam.
Isn't
Bye,
that
Liam.
fucking awesome?
8 damage.
No, it's only gonna be 4.
Oh yes, because you. Dang it.
Because I'm raging.
I thought I killed you.
You just hear the from the zombie.
Oh.
It's like brains. Anyways, Jairee.
I'm gonna use my mage hand on this zombie, or cast mage hand, and I'm gonna fish hook him and try to turn him around. Because 10 feet won't be enough to grab his foot. So I'll just stick like my magical finger in his mouth and kind of fish hook him around. So I'm turning him to face in this direction to kind of try to distract him.
Okay, so just kind of a distraction. Well, Mage Hand will certainly distract him.
Well, actually, would that work, guys? This is the first time I've used mage hand.
I think it would work.
It would work as a
distract him.
distraction and give.
You could use your mage hand to do the help action, I guess.
Well,
Yeah.
but he's just explaining what the mage hand is doing to help.
Right.
Yeah.
So it would.
Or
I'd
or
say that
should
it would give advantage on attacks.
Or should I just attack him?
Well,
He's not
you
looking
can still
so hot.
attack with your cunning action.
Okay, I'm just gonna do the mage hand because I don't want to go knocked out in 2 fights in a row. Or you gonna piss beat out of me? I'll do the mage hand.
Okay.
Fish hook him.
All right. Any cunning action?
You can do a cunning action.
Oh, I thought that was my cunning action.
Okay. I don't think you can use a
Um,
cunning action to do that. Can you?
No, you have to use his regular action to do that, but he still has a cunning
Oh.
action that he could do something else with.
Yeah, cunning action is fairly. It's like dash. Dash, hide. Oh, what are the other ones?
I was actually gonna ask you about that because I wanted to do like get a bag of like
Disengage.
goblin dust. No, because mine's supposed to be as a thief. I'm supposed to have a whole slew of things I can do with cunning action. But no, I'll just do the I'll do the official key as my attack and distraction, so you guys get advantage. That'll be my action.
Okay.
Because I'm also trying to watch this guy here.
Blutok.
Okay. Blutok will try to. Come on. Smack.
Dash, disengage, or hide.
Smack the zombie in front of him with a 12.
Yes, that hits.
3 bludgeoning.
3 bludgeoning.
And then.
Which is enough to down it.
Let's see.
And then. But is it enough to overcome undead fortitude? So all it needs to roll is an 8 on its con save. Which apparently it cannot do.
Hey.
All right.
Then I will move here through his space and then over to. Actually, no. I'll just move up to here.
Okay. Liam. Or unless you want to use spiritual weapon.
Oh, I forgot I had it. Yeah, spiritual
Dang it.
weapon. Again. Thanks.
Stupid
go.
DM. Stupid.
Against this skeleton. I don't think a 7 hits.
Someone was running away. Oh,
Look
he
at
was.
that.
Never mind. We didn't have
Hey.
I can give you control over that. At least I think I can.
Does a
Not
7 hit?
It's not a token, though. 7 does not hit, no.
Dang it, spiritual weapon.
All right, so my go.
Yes.
So when this zombie falls, I will pull out my my spear, and then I'll just leave my spear in there, and I will conk this one in the brain pan.
Are we using flanking?
Yep.
Hey.
Advantage.
18.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you benefited from advantage there.
11.
11 damage. It is dead.
Captain Cave!
You have crushed it.
Crunch.
So then these two that are left, how long are they running away for?
I believe it's 1 minute.
Yeah, so like four more rounds.
Yeah.
So we have time to get in position then to deal with these.
Oh,
three,
yes.
Right? 2, right?
Oh yeah.
Like, basically, I'm just gonna. I'll go to the top of the turn order, and then once you guys are in position, then you'll all get it. Well, you can move into position, and then if Jables attacks, then that one will get to attack. We'll sort it out from there. So move into the positions that you wish, and then you can sort of begin with Jables being at the top.
I'm gonna ask for one of those healing potions that we got. Did somebody pick those up? Didn't we get healing potions out of the fountain?
I believe you did, yes.
Did somebody write it down?
We don't have a
Don't have a party loot?
party loot thing on the journal.
Well, I can here. I'll make a text channel for party loot.
Well, I have one. Need it?
Definitely read it. Definitely.
We taking out the skeleton first or the zombie?
Yeah, the sachet. They're both skeletons.
Oh,
No one.
Oh.
Oh, wait.
zombie.
That
no
one's
one's a zombie.
One's is up. Oh yeah, one of them is a
Yeah.
zombie. The two of the skeletons are dead.
That was why I was staying back here in case something happened. I'm not really that worried about the skeletons. It's the zombies with the. What did you
Well,
guys
I
call
mean,
it?
if
Undead
we beat the
fortitude.
Undead.
shit out of one, the other
Yeah,
one's not going to
fortitude.
be able to do anything until we go over there and beat the shit out of him
Right.
next.
Yeah.
But I just need to take out the tougher one first.
I'm shooting the zombie.
Oh, you're shooting the zombie?
Is
Oh.
anyone else going to get in the position first?
Okay. Well, too late.
Too late.
Okay.
Well, you definitely hit.
Did you
There's
cast
6
me the
damage.
healing potion?
Yeah.
What kind of healing potion was it? 2d4 plus 4?
I think that's your general basic healing potion, yes?
I thought it was 2d4 plus 2.
Oh, it is plus 2, so I got 5 hit points. Back up to a mighty 7.
Hey.
Well, that's out on my turn. I'll be back up to a 7. Now, potions bonus action or a full action?
To take a potion?
Yeah.
Bonus action.
Okay. All right. So Jables shot
It'd be a bonus action to take it for yourself, and then a full action to take it to give it to somebody else.
to administer it. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I'm done.
Yeah, okay, so Jables is done. The skeleton has not been attacked yet and is still running away.
Mm-hmm.
The zombie is no longer terrified of anybody.
Arnid.
Yep. So it's going to...
If he's
Try
pissed
and-
off about the crossbow bolt.
Yeah, but it's still going to go for Jairee because Jaree's the first one that's available and he's going to miss.
Yay!
And then Jairee gets his own turn to try and take vengeance for daring
Without-
to swipe at the... Yep, that hits, unfortunately. Oh
But
my
I don't
gosh.
get it in my sneak attack.
Dang.
You don't get sneak, no.
That's a solid
But
hit.
that zombie's not looking so hot.
Well, he wasn't really looking hot when we got in here.
Okay, it's looking less hot. He's chopped off a limb or two.
Don't judge.
It's a hot zombie. Oh.
We'll put me hot zombies.
Alright. Who's go?
Is it my turn?
Yes.
Okay, I can't move the spiritual weapon, but I'm going to make it go down there and smack him.
Okay.
Kersplat.
Spiritual weapon, go! Probably not with the
No,
7.
You rolled last
Just
time.
barely, no.
Okay.
Kalima.
Guiding bolt.
14 radiant.
And he cannot come back.
Nope.
Yep. He is toasted. He turns into a
Starts-
pile of ash.
What an asshole.
My goodness.
That's it. For my
Quality
turn.
of humor. Okay, so Liam.
I will cast Cure Wounds at level.
Hey, I'll have you know I was an NBC, man. Well, doesn't say much for quality of humor, I guess.
So 5. I don't get the +2. But
I am raging, so I heal more.
oh, I can't. Never mind. I can't do that.
Well, you can if you drop rage,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
if
fuck
he
that.
drops rage, then he can cast Healing
I'm
Word.
running up here. That's not my character. So he runs up to that guy, and he will unga bunga.
Damn.
Unga Bunga certainly hits
9
for
damage.
9 damage. Yep.
9 bludgeoning damage.
Oh.
And yes, and they are vulnerable to bludgeoning.
Skeletons
are.
don't like bludgeoning damage.
No, they do not. So that would kill him.
Yay.
I raise my club above my head.
Good job, good.
He's hardest man in tribe.
Okay. So all of the undead are once again dead.
Are they dead or just re-dead?
Well, they're put in a position where they're not going to come back.
How fresh were the zombies?
Not exceptionally.
Okay.
Are you asking that out loud? Like,
No.
oh, if you were to say, how fresh were the zombies? Liam would reach down, pick up one of the fingers, and bite it. And that, ooh, not fresh. They have gone bad.
I'm not fresh, not dead fresh.
So looking in here, these 3 sarcophagi,
Mhm.
are they closed or were they
They're
opened
currently
when the
closed.
things?
Yep, they're currently closed.
Okay. And then I thought I saw there's this area here. It looks like a door,
Yep,
and that looks like a door.
yep. They're
What are
both doors.
these cylinder things on the walls here?
They're kind of just faux pillars.
I'm
Okay.
Liam is actually starting to pry the lid off of one of the sarcophagus he's in front of.
Okay. Yep.
Small man, be careful.
Yeah. You open the sarcophagus. You find a fairly well dressed skeleton. Seems as though they've been long dead.
Any mushrooms?
No mushrooms,
Oh,
but there is a signet ring on the body
Sign that legal contracts.
made of platinum.
Mm-hmm.
I'll pick up the ring and toss it at Jairee, and I'll say, "This will go good with your shirt," or "This will go good with your shirt."
What's the deal with dressing like a pimp?
What's the deal?
There's 3 of these. I'll open all 3 of them. What are we
Yeah.
talking?
Each one has a
There.
signet ring.
Well, very good. We'll take
Well,
those.
Can I see all 3 of them? I can judge their value.
You just wear them, all 3 of you. You're like,
That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Pimping ain't easy.
I'll be right back. I gotta piss.
Yeah.
All right.
I have to beat my hoe.
I guess Blutok will go up to this door and see if it's unlocked.
It is. Yes.
Okay. And then see if this door is unlocked also.
Yep. That one is unlocked as
That's a
well.
wise idea.
Jairee, check for trap.
Hey, Hulk smash. I'm sorry. Hey, Newman, find healer. Jairee need healer.
Oh, are you looking pretty bad?
I'm down 8 out of 21.
Oh, you're fine.
I'm less Billy Badass. I'm more Jerry Seinfeld. So no.
Okay, I'm back.
It's the fate of the world, Newman. It's the fate of the world.
So,
Don't worry. You'll be healed when you need the heal.
so I guess that I drop rage, and now I will do my cure wounds.
Okay.
You want me to just use the roll that I had before?
Sure. That's fine.
Okay, that would have been 5 plus the rage damage. All right, and I'm about out of spells. All right.
Our cleric heal me or
No.
okay.
He'll just say, tough it out.
I've got 1 heal wounds left. Cure wounds. I'll cast it on.
He'll pick you up when you go down, but other than that, he wants people to be tough like him.
That's 5. So you get 5.
You are a very useful healer. How much? 5?
Yeah.
That's much better. Okay, I'll go check the door.
Boom, ba-dum, boom, boom. And now I am out of spells.
Wait, door. Wait, door's over here. Is that correct?
What? I think there's
There is a
doors
door
here.
up there. Yep.
Okay.
And then
I'll
there's
listen at that one.
You're gonna listen at that one. Oh, there's nothing at that. There's nothing at that door.
You hear?
Okay, I'll check it for traps.
There's no traps on the door.
Okay. Is there a keyhole?
Hold on. That one might be locked. Yes, the door to this room. Oh wait, no, that one's not locked.
And is this the other door right here?
Yep. So you want to
Go over
open
there.
that door that you're at?
No, not yet. I'm just
Okay.
gonna do a perception check. Get this one, listen to it, and
No, you can't hear anything really.
check for traps.
No traps.
Okay, so guys, both doors are quiet. Neither door has traps. Is this one locked at all? Here,
No, they were
No,
unlocked.
they're
but
both unlocked.
I didn't open them.
they're both locked or unlocked.
They're both unlocked.
Okay, you want to go through this one first, and then we'll come up to this one. We'll do this one first.
Okay.
I'll open the door.
Okay.
Slowly, carefully.
Yeah. Okay.
Slowly, madly, deeply.
No, more like scared womanly.
Okay. So, turn order.
That's good. That's a good sign.
Okay.
And death
And
sucks for you. And you die.
they have a surprise round against you.
That's not fair. That's even worse.
That's even worse.
You got a -1. Damn.
Yeah. He's a statue. He doesn't really move around much.
Initiative.
Well, if they get a surprise round, at least you go first.
That's good. I'm also the first to be hit. I'm standing in the door.
So was Jerry the one with danger sense, or was that preacher?
No.
Nobody.
That was Brother Fly.
There.
Does Jerry really have danger sense?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Jairee has no sense.
Blutok, you should
Based on his
have
wisdom.
smashy spiritual weapon in your journal now.
Hey, okay.
Okay, and everybody
Jerry's
except for
not in the turn
Jairee.
order.
Did Jairee
No,
roll?
he is.
Yeah, Jairee rolled and just didn't have. So I'll just add his turn.
Oh,
You gotta
that's what,
collect
why
it.
didn't it?
Because you gotta.
gotta
have
Unfortunately, you
tokens.
have to click on your token,
Oh,
but it's all right. I
And
can
then-
add you pretty easily.
okay. That's
Okay,
Sorry.
surprise round for the ruffians to come after Jairee. Wacky wacky.
Man, probably should have healed you first.
Yes, you should have. Only one hit him though. So for 3 piercing for the first one,
Oh, he's fine.
and then the second ruffian attacks. Two 13s. Unfortunate. If
Not
they
for
had
me.
advantage, it would have been really damaging. But they did not.
Yeah.
All right.
They don't. Oh,
So
wow.
that's their surprise round. And now it is Jerry's turn.
I have a question, guys.
Yes.
If I were to jump over here, will they then have to come out of the room?
Yes.
If I were to
but
jump
then
right here.
they get an attack of opportunity against you.
Unless you take your action to
Cunning. Well, you can take your
disengage.
cunning action to disengage.
Oh yeah. So you can.
I'll take my cunning action to disengage and get up on top of this thing.
Okay.
Well, if you use your cunning action, you can still use your action to attack first.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can? Oh.
Yes, you can.
I thought. Okay.
Oh, yes. All right.
And then it's definitely not a surprise attack, right?
Nope. There's no sneak attack on that one. Yep. And the ruffians. Well, really unfortunately, only one can really enter the room.
At a time.
They're not exceptionally bright, so he's going to go inside the room and attack whoever looks the weakest.
They're professional henchmen.
That's
so...
true.
Are they attacking me?
Yeah, they're attacking you.
Okay.
So, first attack, not with crit,
dead.
so it's just 6 damage.
Oh, okay. Second attack is with crit.
Second attack is with crit. So for 9.
And I am down.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yep.
I thought you were part barbarian.
Well, I am.
Well,
but
he
I'm
has,
not
but
raging
the
anymore.
rage expired.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, no, the rage ended early when he used Cure Wounds.
Yeah.
So, Jables.
You died for me.
Well, say, little baby, it's all right. Just take a little nap tonight and cast sleep on this motherfucker.
Yeah, sleep on. Okay. That's 68, right?
It depends on what level.
Yeah, what level are you casting it at?
I don't have it, so I don't know.
I'm gonna
Let's
cast
see.
at
It is.
second level.
So that would be 7 total. 78.
Wouldn't you be...
Oh no, using it.
That's invisibility.
Oh, sorry, I clicked the wrong damn thing. It's not showing up for some reason when I click on it. There we
There
go.
it is.
There.
Roll 5d8.
Well, yeah, you can roll your own dice if you want.
All right. I do.
Well, if you roll it at second level, then you can roll 78.
Yep.
All right.
So
And
another 2d8. So 32. So that means that, and I'll just make
can I get them both?
Brown a condition of sleepy time. You got this ruffian, and you got Jairee.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I get a
I
save.
wasn't directing at Jairee.
No.
Well, no, but it doesn't have a. That's the thing about sleep, is that
It's everybody.
whichever one's the lowest. So starting with the creature that has the lowest, which is this ruffian, and he fell asleep, but then Jairee had the second lowest.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think you would have enough room to see in here
Cast it, yeah.
to put it
Yeah.
far enough away
Mm-hmm.
to where it wouldn't include Jairee.
Yep.
That's okay. We'll wake Jerry up.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Yep. A couple rounds of not
That's
hearing.
my action.
Why would you do that? Probably best for
I
everybody's
have
mental
to-
sanity.
I have to make a death save.
Yes, you do.
It's for you, Jables.
Liam fails one death save.
Yep. Please,
Okay,
Mr.
Bluty.
Barbarian Man, could you make me heal?
So any attack made on somebody that's asleep because they're
Automatic crit.
incapacitated. Okay.
Any
And
melee
he's
attack is an automatic crit.
any melee attack?
Yes. Any ranged attack, I'm fairly certain, is still a disadvantage. Because they're prone.
Even standing right next to them?
Yes.
Okay. I guess I'll go up and bash this guy with my club
Okay.
or my mace.
Just roll whatever damage you have and then add the damage bonus once. So if the mace is 1d6,
It's a d6, yeah.
okay, so then just roll 2d6 plus 2.
So it would be 12 plus 2, right? Because it's crit.
Well, no, it's
Do you
not.
automatically
That's
get
max.
max damage?
You don't automatically do max damage. You do double. You just roll one more dice. Or you, yeah. So that would be 4 damage on the first one, 5 on the second. So that's 9 total damage for that attack.
Okay.
Because you don't get the damage bonus on.
+2.
Okay, I don't want to do that then. Because I don't want him waking up.
Well, if you hit
I
him
was-
with
I
spiritual
was-
weapon, then you could pretty much kill him. If you attacked at the same time, then you could kill him.
He doesn't have a spiritual weapon anymore. It
No.
went away too.
That's true. It doesn't get it dissipated.
No. Well, because I was going to use Toll the Dead, but that's a range thing. And, you know,
And it's
I'm
also a
just,
save, which
I'm
he
not
would
gonna-
automatically fail.
right. I'm not going to hit him with the club. I'm just going to get behind my buddy here.
Well, I'm dead.
Bonus action. Healing
Yes,
word him. To
Yay.
pop him back up to alive. And then as my action, since that guy's down in front, I will
Gonna
not club
kick
him. But
Jairee awake.
I
I was gonna
will.
say, someone like throw something at me and wake me up.
Oh, you club.
Yeah, I'll use my action to wake him up.
Okay.
Not a full
And then-
strength hit, please.
And then after I do that, I'll go back here.
Okay. Jairee, it's now your turn.
Okay, so the guy I'm standing over, I'm just gonna stab him.
Okay.
Oh, actually, can I? If I stab the guy behind him, would that be a sneak attack since I'm kind of hidden?
That'd be like if you stood in the same space as
I'm
that
not-
guy. It wouldn't
no,
be
I'm
sneak
standing
attack
on the
though.
sarcophagus. No, I'm standing on the sarcophagus.
No, the
So this guy
angle, like
is-
because of the angle of the
Okay.
door.
It's cool. No, I'm
Yeah.
just checking. So I'll stab Sleepy.
Okay,
Do I
so
need to roll or is it auto?
Um,
He's asleep.
roll 2d8 and then add whatever damage bonus you normally have.
For sneak.
No, for
rapier.
your regular rapier.
Raper.
He should
So yeah,
should
he's
get-
dead.
Okay. Actually, yeah. It would be like 21. Is the 2d8 like the bonus for sleeping?
No, that would be
The 2d8 is the
2d8.
auto crit.
yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so he's dead.
And then, of course, normally you would add another 3 damage on top of that, so it would have been 14 damage. And then you would normally, of course, still get your sneak attack. But he's dead.
I'm guessing he's dead.
He's dead. You stabbed
Yep.
him through the anus because you
I
thought it was
did.
funny. Again.
Hey guys, that was some sneaky shit. Okay.
Mm-hmm. All
All right. So he's now
They're up
dead.
next.
His moving his body just out of the way. His friend comes in, take his place, and attacks Jairee to try and get some vengeance. And hits twice. One
Now-
for
Now
3.
Jerry's dead.
Right.
And then once for 12. Jairee is down.
Jerry's
Ow.
now unconscious. Thank you for zeroing me out.
Yep.
Do I have to roll now for death save?
On your turn.
Okay.
So, Jables, it's your turn.
All right.
Let me just give you right back.
You got another healing word there, big man?
Yeah, I can pop him up.
Can't wait for dodging at level 5.
Oh. What you doing, Jables?
All right. Hey, my friend, let's not waste some time. Let's be friends. Here, drink some wine and charm person. He saves against DC 12, I guess. Wisdom save.
Oh, he's got advantage though because we're fighting him. But he might not be very wise. Stephen,
Steven, you there? Uh-oh.
his turn to be asleep.
Steven.
Having the same tech issue I was having earlier.
Yeah.
Charm humanoid. Or charm person. So, wisdom save with disadvantage. Or no, with advantage.
That would be. Oh yeah.
I think that's a.
Hey.
Oh no, he gets it with advantage, and your spell save DC is 12. So
Oh, damn
close, but not quite.
Oh, well. All right.
All right, Liam,
Yes.
you managed to stave off the grave temporarily. Again.
Yep. And
Hold on.
I am
Can
going.
Can I do my bonus action?
Oh yes, sorry.
I'm gonna cure light wounds on Jairee.
Cure light wounds.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, it's just cure wounds. I'm sorry.
All right. So roll your d8.
So I assume he wakes up then?
Oh yeah.
I popped myself up for.
All right. So now it's Liam's turn.
Okay. I will. Huh. Oh, my eyes will kind of turn red and claws will come out of my hands, and I will use primal savagery and miss. No, wait, is it? Jerry's up, so I should be flanking, maybe?
That's not flanking.
No. Okay.
Yeah, you shouldn't have a red X on Jairee anymore.
Oh. Yeah, that's true.
So that'll probably miss then.
Yes, that misses.
Yay! That's all right.
All right.
Not quite.
Blutok. Oh. Okay.
Was that it?
Roll again.
Oh. All
Yeah.
right. Well, I guess I'll move in then. And that's it for me. Because Jerry's already up.
Yep. Jairee.
Rolling initiative again.
Nope. It's just your
okay.
turn.
I'll stab this guy.
Okay.
Critical hit.
14, and then roll
Sneak.
sneak, which is also doubled. But yeah, he's dead.
Jerry woke up angry.
Quite. All right.
Just
The
like
Russians are
Schindler's
toast.
Someone else can go first.
I'll do it. Oh no!
I'll go.
Maidens.
Let me go.
Yep.
All right.
So you enter into this room. And in this room,
It's a bunch
Bronze.
of pretty ladies.
so the long room is partitioned into 3 areas with iron bars walling off the north and south. Filthy straw lines the floors of these cells, the hinged doors of which are secured by chains and padlocks. A pair of disheveled human women are held in the cell to the south, while a human boy is confined to the north, all dressed in plain gray tunics and have iron collars fitted around their necks. A heap of discarded clothing is piled carelessly against the far wall.
I'm going to check these guys for some keys.
Yep. One of them has a key.
All right. Try to free the prisoners.
Yep. You managed to free the prisoners. So as soon as you do, the 2 girls and the little boy run and embrace each other and kind of have a crying, weeping hug.
No, don't thank us or anything. We just saved your lives. But
Well, they're getting to that. And then, of course, the mother looks at you and kind of just, like, kisses your hands and kind of kneels before you and tries to kiss your feet. Thank you for rescuing us. We
I
don't
let
know
her.
what they would have done.
Oh, we know. We know.
How do you know?
We know.
Are
We
you
know.
village local?
Keep kissing my feet. Don't stop.
You're kind of an
Jamie.
asshole, but okay. Thank you for rescuing us.
You're welcome.
I'm just kind of when I'm doing it wrong.
Well, and then when asking if you're locals, yes, they say, my husband was murdered by these monsters for defying them. And she points over. Oh, no, sorry. No, she doesn't. And she doesn't know where his body is.
Hmm.
I wonder if it's one of the ones we had.
Please deal with the rest of these nasty individuals and their foul leader.
Who is the leader?
A wizard by the name of Glassstaff.
Wizard.
That's right. We've heard of him. We're looking for him. And we'll try to kill him if we can.
Thank you.
In the
We have
meantime-
nothing to give you. But I could potentially. My family left an heirloom in the town of Thunder Tree.
Go on.
It's being
perhaps-
currently run by the undead, but you might be able to find a case in our old shop that has an emerald necklace. I've never dared to go and retrieve it because the undead are just so terrifying. It's in the southeast part of Thunder Tree.
Okay.
What is your family name?
My name is Mira Dendrar, and these are my children.
Wait, of the Thunder Tree Dendrars?
Yes. We owned an alchemy shop. Did you ever visit it?
No.
Okay. Then how did you hear of us?
Sorry, I can't. Trying to keep a straight face, but I can't. Can't keep the joke. Because you just told me.
Can you just hold
Trying to
me?
keep it straight. Because you just told me. Because she just told me. It's just messing with her a little bit.
And
Yeah,
was
we
it your
plays
husband the alchemist,
games.
or was it?
What's the deal with wizards named Glassstaff?
Was your husband the alchemist, or was it yourself?
She has her family.
Stephen, I can't hear you.
Sorry, what was that? I was being
Was it-
distracted by the Thunder Sisters!
Was it your husband who was the alchemist, or was it yourself?
My husband primarily. I mainly made sure our children, Nilsa and Nars, were healthy.
Equally important job.
Thank
She made
you
it
for acknowledging me.
You're so
I feel acknowledged.
Good.
So, do we want to
Right.
walk these chicks out?
Yeah, we should.
Probably
Yeah.
should.
And
We're
then
gonna have to.
show them which way to go out, so they don't go down the main street. They have to go back through
Also-
the forest and behind the.
Throw them across the pit.
That's well. Actually, I was gonna ask. Can we grab one of the sarcophagus? Where the sarcophagus covers be long enough to cover the pit, so we can walk across that instead?
No. They are shorter than 10 feet. They're about 8 feet.
How about if we bust down one of these brass doors?
Also not 10 feet.
How deep is the pit?
20 feet.
All right. I just say we tie a rope around their waists, have them skit around the edge of the thing, just like we did. You know.
We could just leave them here until we have a way out that's safe for them. The little kids aren't gonna make it across that pit.
Mm.
Yep. You'd have to toss them
It's
like
hard
tossing
never.
a dwarf.
Nobody tosses them.
I mean, I do, but they're just dwarves. They're not the
Yeah.
people.
Don't tell Jairee.
They're not real
Okay.
people. They're just dwarves.
You
They're
stay
just
put.
dwarves.
Stay safe.
If anyone's gonna toss off the dwarf, it's gonna be this lady here.
We will
Well, at least you
return.
pick- At least you picked the adult in the room. I mean, I guess there's something for that.
Okay. So you're basically just telling them to
Yeah.
kind of
Hey,
pretend as if they were never
No,
freed.
I do have a question. Do they know anything about the layout of this building?
No, all they know is that Glassstaff visited them once, gloated over them that they would be sold into slavery, and then left laughing mockingly.
How long has it been since y'all have eaten?
They were fed somewhat regularly because they had to be kept somewhat healthy to be sold into slavery. But it
So
was
they're
not
only
great
eating-
food.
Need a load bearing slave.
Okay.
I'll give them some food rations out of my pack.
Me too.
Okay. They kind of tentatively gobble it up.
I do ask her, were there any secret compartments where you stored the really good vials and potions in your alchemy shop?
No, we just
I asked her if she likes mushrooms.
if she likes what?
Do you like mushrooms?
Do
Oh
you like mushrooms?
no, my husband did the alchemy.
Was he a
I
fun,
don't. He was
he a
good.
fun
but
guy?
Is he a what?
Jairee.
Okay. I never said Seinfeld was funny. I said I'm gonna sound like him.
Yeah.
Blutok's gonna open this door.
Okay.
Well, I actually wanted to sweep this room again, this room one more time, make sure there's nothing secret or hidden or anything else in this room.
No, there's no. It's fairly open.
Gotcha.
All right. So this door, Blutok, is locked.
Jairee,
There's a door here?
pick your luck.
Yeah. I think I got through.
Uh,
All right.
yes, you probably would.
I'll let him go first. I know I checked it for traps earlier.
Okay.
I'll explain to the prisoners of the situation with
Oh.
the pit and why we can't get them out right now.
Okay. Yes, of course.
So they're going to have to wait
They
here.
they understand, and they kind of
They've
have
been
the
here this long.
understanding that if red brands come in, that they will kind of be in their old positions, so that
And there were no other doors from that other room, right? From this room, from
Not that
over
we
here.
saw.
yeah, there's no
checked
other
this,
doors
there's-
in the cell room.
Is this like a blacksmithing room or what?
Oh, the room that
Well, the
yes,
room
the room
we-
that you're in is an armory. So racks of weapons line the walls, including spears, swords, crossbows, bolts, and a dozen dirty red cloaks hang from the hooks by the door.
Oh, well. Jerry, grab one of those cloaks
Why?
so you can.
Ooh. What,
In
what's
the
the
big
deal?
I'm going to
Okay.
take you all.
Yeah, I'll take one.
Yeah.
Well, I don't.
Are any weapons of good quality or exceptional quality or not shitty quality?
They're kind of well, like they're not magical, but they're pretty decent.
How many crossbow bolts are there?
50?
All
So
right.
you mean how many crossbow bolts were there? Same with arrows.
Oh,
Well,
sorry, it
I would just
says there are 12
gonna take
spears,
20.
6 short swords, 4 long swords, 6 light crossbows, 8 quivers holding 20 crossbow bolts each. So there are a total of 160 crossbow bolts.
Wow.
All right. I just take 20.
Okay.
I'm gonna get myself up to 40 arrows.
There are
and then
no
I'm gonna grab a
arrows.
short sword. Oh, okay,
Yeah, they just have crossbows.
okay.
Blutok's gonna take a long sword and see if he can figure out how to use it later.
I'm going to take a shield.
You
there
said
a
there were
shield in there?
daggers.
Are there any shields in there?
Nope, there was no shields.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
And were there daggers? Any daggers, knives? Throwable weapons.
Like there were short swords, but there weren't any daggers.
Okay, I'm gonna grab
Any-
2 short swords.
Any bludgeoning weapons in there?
Nope. It was just spears, short swords, and short swords, long swords, and light crossbows and spears.
I'm going to put the cloak on.
Okay, for Jairee.
No, for Blutok.
No,
Oh, for Blutok.
Jairee will put one on.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'll put one on too.
And this is just called what, a red brand cloak?
Yep.
I want to remember what one of the red brands that came out of that room where the people were imprisoned.
Mm-hmm.
I want to remember what that guy looks like so I can use the spell Disguise Self and make myself look like him if I want to.
Okay.
But I'm still taking a cloak anyway.
Okay. All right.
All right. Let's head back out then.
Did we put the 3 platinum rings in our party group list?
I don't know. And Blutok, when you were out
Yes.
in this hallway, you would have noticed that there is a kind of a secret passageway that can be activated through there.
I did notice that.
Yes, I didn't actually see that your passive wisdom score is 15,
Yes.
but yes. Or
Okay.
your passive perception.
Is this something I need to activate, or do I just push?
No, you just gotta push.
Okay. Fellas, more rooms. And I'll step in and peer around this corner.
Yeah. And you also notice that there is a secret door here too.
What's going on over there? Somebody pouring cereal or something?
No judgments, guys. No judgments. Jealousy, maybe. I'm gonna come in too. Oh,
Yeah, I
what's
guess-
this area?
Is the only thing we see in here is that the barrels and such?
In this area, you see. Dun, 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 dun. So, this area is the north end of a natural large cavern, but it's been finished with dressed black stone and a flagstone floor. Several barrels are stored against the walls here, along with a number of empty crates, straw for packing, hammers, pry bars, etc. The cavern continues for some distance to the south. You can make out several passages that open up off the larger cavern and what looks like a deep pit or a crevasse in the floor.
See,
Do we have any healing right now?
Any potions of healing or whatnot?
Anything?
I say is there anything in here? Can we take a breather?
Yeah, I'll start cracking it off, but like, or opening stuff up, looking for traps and such. But like, I'm down to 4 hit points, so
I've only got 8.
Why
okay.
don't we
I've got-
rest here then? Why don't we rest here in this room for the night?
For the night?
Well, I don't think we could rest for the night, but
Short rest.
I believe we could do a short rest. Yes.
All right.
What do you get back from a short rest? Like 1d6?
You roll whatever your hit dice are. And you should have 3 hit dice. I'm not sure what a rogue's is, but you can roll up to 3 of them.
Okay.
Oh, did I roll 1 or should I roll 3?
You can roll as many as you like.
Yeah, you
Damn
can
it.
roll up to 3.
Okay.
So, you're all
So I gotta
rolling
roll
hit
2.
dice.
Hold on. I'm
You
gonna.
no. Hold up.
Okay.
Hold up. You only
Okay.
get to roll hit dice if I allow you to finish a short rest,
Oh, that's true.
which I am not.
Okay. Fine. What
I'm
attack?
gonna sleep on a barrel.
So you said in here there was pry
I gotta
bars,
find my- I
like
gotta
a
find my list.
crowbar.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay, hold on. Before we rest, I'm gonna put some ball bearings right here.
Okay.
And
So-
can I get my
Um,
lizard?
Can you get your lizard?
Yeah, I don't know where he's at on the map. I figure you can see him better than I can.
And are there any like pitons or anything?
You should
Mm,
have some.
No.
Hold on, let me see if I got any.
Depends on which thing you got. I'm just asking if there are any laying around here. I can pick them up.
I've got hold on.
Actually, before we rest, if we're gonna do a short rest, I'm gonna go back and grab 3 of the short swords and give them to that family. Something or a couple spears and a couple short swords.
okay.
We're not gonna use them. They may as well have them in case something happens to us.
I'm
Okay.
Good idea.
I'm going to put my hunting trap out.
Okay,
in
so
the
I
square.
will. Okay,
Ooh.
I will allow you to have a short rest.
Now, go ahead, hit us with what you got.
Oh no, it's not something that I was just double checking. It's not something that hits you. But Liam,
Yes, of course. Yes.
of course, yes. Can you give me a charisma check?
Oh, of course. It won't be very good, but I can. Yeah, a check or a save, which it'll be the same, correct?
A check.
12. Oh, I think it's the same no matter what. Yeah, it's a -1, so it's the same. Let's go with my first one.
Okay. So, tell me one fact about Liam.
Like one.
Yep, one obscure thing.
He likes mushrooms.
Okay.
Something other than that.
More of like a secret.
Oh, a secret. Okay. What is his secrets? I suffer from awful visions of a disaster that I will do anything to prevent.
Okay.
So I have night terrors.
All right. So, while you have your short rest, you're gonna have some day terrors.
Great.
Doesn't affect you. It just kind of perturbs you.
Well, it probably scares everybody else too.
No, it's only affecting you.
No, I'm talking about they don't see it. I mean,
No.
they don't see me going through it.
Nope, they don't.
Okay. So when it happens, I just like ball up into the fetal position and start rocking back and forth.
Yep, pretty much.
So I don't get to heal. That's fine. I don't care.
No,
I mean,
you can still
either
heal.
way.
It's not gonna affect your short rest. It's just gonna perturb you.
Okay, so I did get 11 hit points back, which will give me.
The rolls we already did, or should we re-roll?
Well, you had Jables' Song of Rest, so you get an extra D6 also.
Yep.
Oh, well then I won't use but one of them, and that would have been 2 plus a D6. You say? Did it not roll?
Okay.
Yeah, you rolled a 5 and a 4.
Okay, a 5. Okay. So 2 and 5 would have been a 7. I had 8, so that'll give me.
And Jables plays his Song of Rest.
No stairway to heaven.
No stairway to heaven. Did you know that there's a Led Zeppelin song that talks about Lord of the Rings?
Yes, it's very cool.
I forgot which one it is, but I know one of them mentions Lord of the Rings.
Anyways, so you guys finish your short rest, and you now hear some in all of your heads. You hear
Hold on,
strange voices.
Jairee didn't roll the extra D6 of his
Yeah, I
healing.
did.
You did? Okay.
Yeah, he rolled
Yeah.
a 6.
It put me up to 21.
Nice.
So I'm full. Thank you. I'm gonna clean up my ball bearings.
Okay.
So when you say like we hear voices, are they funny voices? Or are they like?
Well, if you go
"Ah,
to if you go
kill
to
people,"
clear
or
up your ball
"You go kill
bearings,
people"?
then
Mhm.
you would see this thing.
Okay, what
And
do I
you
see?
could definitely hear voices from it. And
Guys?
Liam, you could tell that
What the
this
fuck?
this creature has been watching you for quite some time.
Oh.
I don't know what it is. Is it floating? Does it have feet?
It has feet. It's walking, it's just kind of observing you with its one massive eye.
Oh, okay. Well, while it's observing me with its massive eye, I'm gonna shoot it with my little bow.
Okay.
Well,
I spy
before
with
you
my
okay,
massive
before
eye.
you attack it, it's going to
Uh-huh.
try to kind of negotiate with you.
Negotiate.
I haven't cleaned up my ball bearings yet, have I?
No. It's noticed your ball bearings and it's not entering your area. And so now it's just communicating with you.
Like nice balls.
I see. You are nice. New meat. Yes. What are you doing here?
Killing red brands.
Fucking your mother.
What?
Fucking your father?
Jerry is funny, man.
My mother was a saint.
Queen
The queen of
Yeah,
all
sure.
Nordics.
of all horrors, sure.
How dare you? You must give me extra meat to let you pass. Where's my meat? Must have the meat, must have the meat, must have the meat. Where is it?
Hold on. Hold on, I'll bring you something real tasty.
Yes,
I'll go
wonderful.
I'll go drag one of those bodies of those red brand, and then I'll put it
Just put it like on the ball
I'll
bearings.
put it
Roll it out to him.
yeah I'll throw it out there.
Oh,
Actually,
Masters will not be happy about this, but okay.
And he just like starts clawing in.
Yeah.
I'll go
is
get
your
the other one. I'll go get the other body.
Okay.
Here's your extra meat for me saying mean
He
things about
starts
your mother.
gleefully tearing into their flesh and eating them alive. And well, not they are dead. Just eating them.
Eating them dead.
Who is
You
your
know.
master?
Well, I guess master is the wrong word. But the red brands, like these fools who I'm now eating, yay, thank you. They
can
would
bring
give
you
me
more of
meat
these guys.
in exchange for me guarding their facility. Hee.
We'll bring you more of those guys if you want.
This is fine. Maybe later.
What do you guard?
Well, I guard the crevasse and the second part of the facility.
Why does it need guarding?
Well, it's not like there's anything special here. But, you know, I help. I keep an eye on intruders.
Ask him about the wizard.
Oh, Glassstaff. He's a weirdo.
Yes, yes.
What's the
What
deal
kind
with
of spells does
Lassa?
he like to cast?
Where's he at?
Well, there's several ways you can get to him. You can go this way. And it's basically right to him. Or you can go the long way and go south, all the way down. Or there's
Where does that take you?
sometimes he's in this area, and then I just don't see him anymore. I don't know where he goes.
Blutok's gonna go walk over to that little area and push on it.
Oh my, what the heck? That's
Okay,
where he
Jimbo.
goes.
And where does this goes?
I don't know.
No, I mean on the map. Can I
Oh.
open it?
Yep, you can open it.
Creature, what is your name?
Sam.
What is your
Thank
quest?
you.
Thank you.
What is your quest?
I'll
Oh,
peek
my
in
boy.
here and it's a stairwell going down, it looks like.
My name is African Swallow.
Africans.
Do you have a cousin?
European Swallow? Yes.
Yeah. Used to be
Please
Peanut
do
and
not-
Swallow style.
Please do not tell anyone we were here.
Okay, you gave me lots of meat, so okay. Meat is great. Yes, meat.
Blutok's going down the stairs.
Okay, well, there's another secret
back him
door
up.
right here.
I will
Oh.
secretly push it
Check,
open.
check down for traps.
Nope, too late.
Okay, so you guys get a surprise round against Glassstaff.
Hey,
Hey.
already here. Okay.
Okay. Is it deception?
Awesome.
Okay. Oh wait. Did I do it right this time? Yeah. Okay, I did.
Yes.
Blutok opens the door like Kramer jumping in.
Just sliding in the door.
Hello, Glassstaff.
Glassstaff says, "You're a little large for a red cloak, aren't you?"
What does Glassstaff say?
Yeah, does he realize that I'm just some schmo wearing the cloak?
Oh, you're
But behind,
Okay.
actually, hold on. Behind them, I'm gonna go, boss. We have new recruits. And I'm gonna run over here.
Okay, so because you surprised him, sitting at the desk is a short, dark, bearded human male in robes studying a tome. He wears a princely mantle of ermine. A beautiful glass staff leans against his chair within easy reach.
Wait, you took your name from an object? That's like naming yourself Samsung TV.
It's a
Sorry,
nickname. My name is Iarno. But you will
we're
not know
missing-
that because you will die.
You should have stuck with Glassstaff.
We're missing Jables on the
Oh
turn
yeah.
order.
Oh, I didn't roll initiative yet. Forgive me. One moment.
Get ahead of me so I can get a sneak attack on him.
How you like that?
There you go.
Yeah, that'll work.
Perfect.
All right, Jables, you're first.
All right, then.
Jables, do you have shatter?
I've shot. No. I mean, I've shot in my pants before, but no.
Happened to all of us, Jables, especially in the rocket industry.
Right, so Red, he jumps up on top of the bed and he takes his loot out and he says, "Red brand, dead brand, it's all the same to me. As we slit your throat and set Van Dellen free. Red brand, dead brand, you're going fucking down. The only chance to live through this is to leave right fucking now." And then he hits him with a short sword.
Then hits him with a short sword. The only chance to leave is if you leave right now. Hit him with a short sword.
Bonk.
16?
Yep, that hits.
All right.
Okay. Jairee. Yep, 17 hits. 8 piercing.
17.
This guy gets shield. My goodness, this
backstab,
wizard
right?
is useless.
Well, he's glass instead of cannon. He went with staff. I mean, it would at least be a glass cannon. But whatever.
Yeah, well,
Is he dead already?
he's very close.
Get him, boys, get him.
Is it my go?
Yep, it's your go.
I will run in. And I will do primal savagery against him.
Okay, that hits.
Oh, the rage doesn't count, but 3 acid damage.
Still knocks him unconscious.
Oh, okay.
Yep, he's their leader.
Not anymore. He's not.
Well, it seems
Someone's
to me
getting
that
a
he
promotion.
would have. It seems to me that he should have some. He would have had some sort of spell on the door or arcane glyph that would have
Nope.
exploded when we walked in, or something like that.
Well, not if you go through
He
the
had a
secret
beast
door.
dragon.
Oh, so. If we'd have come in through another way,
Then he would have been ready for you.
uh,
So,
Blutok's going to grab the staff and put it in his backpack.
okay, so it is a staff of defense.
Glass staff of defense.
Yes, a glass staff of
I'm
defense.
gonna go through his stuff and then shove a sword up his ass.
Oh, that's what it was.
what?
Oh, he could have used. I didn't fully understand it. As I was like, oh, he has terrible spells. And it's like, oh, he can use shield if he uses the staff.
He wasn't holding it, right?
No, he wasn't. So he was unprepared and he died.
Staff of defense.
Yep.
Huh. Okay.
I'll
Go
copy it
through
and
his-
put it into party loot.
Go through all of this stuff and see what else other crap he has.
Not a ton.
Right.
So he also has a
I got a funny idea, guys.
yes.
Let's feed him to that creature outside.
I was way ahead of you on that one.
Okay, you don't want to
But
try
let's wait in
and
case.
interrogate him?
Is he dead?
isn't he?
Well, no, he's unconscious.
Oh,
Oh,
You could potentially keep him from dying.
but then
do
we
that.
let him live later.
you do. I don't. He's a slaver. don't have a lot of problems killing him.
Well, we should probably ask him stuff. I don't know
Nah,
what.
fuck that.
Okay.
Take his head.
Well, Liam wouldn't talk about asking him stuff, but I mean, there may be more.
And playing character, damn you.
Okay.
I say we take his head, go through the rest of the facility, and said we kill your master. This whole red brand shite is over with. Leave
Okay.
Vandella now, or we'll kill the rest of you too.
All right. Well, that's fine. You don't have to capture him.
All right, so I'm gonna
That
take
was
So-
the sound of a
Yeah, if
Maybe
you
hit
if
him.
you inspect his area and his desk, you notice that there's various papers and notes that are stacked fairly neatly. He's a bit of an OCD neat freak. Consisting of Iarno's written orders to apothecaries and alchemists for more materials. Also find a letter signed with a symbol of a black spider on it. And the note and the letter says, Lord Albrecht, my spies in Neverwinter tell me that strangers are due to arrive in Phandalin. They could be working for the dwarves. Capture them if you can, kill them if you must, but don't allow them to upset our plans. See that any dwarven maps in their possession are delivered to me with haste. I'm counting on you, Iarno. Don't disappoint me.
Well, it looks like he's going to be disappointed.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what the spider thing means here. Is that like an evil demonic symbol of some sort?
Yeah.
People will probably think they're very scary.
What do you think, Blutok? Is that like something demonic?
Sorry, my daughter got home from work. All I caught was somebody's working with dwarves.
Yeah, so there was a letter, and I can tag the letter in the chat.
Okay.
And there's also, at the bottom, there's a symbol of a black spider.
Do I recognize this from any kind of criminal enterprises?
Do you want to give me a history check?
I don't think I have history.
I may.
You have
I
piercing,
don't.
apparently.
Oh, sorry.
So is this
Well-
guy?
Had to get my Prince Albert somewhere. I mean, come on.
No, I didn't.
Okay, well, Jables doesn't know anything.
Oh, are we doing a history thing?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
If you want to...
Apparently, Jables, I was your
Nope.
history teacher.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
was this
Liam.
guy Albrecht or is this guy Iarno?
Both.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Iarno Albrecht.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so Leo apparently knows a little bit of history, and he would remember that there's been some rumors of a mysterious figure known as the Black Spider, which is supposedly the head of a criminal organization.
We were working for dwarves initially,
Mm-hmm.
right? But I don't remember us having maps. Are we supposed to have maps?
Nope.
Oh, okay. So if we come across any maps, they're probably important.
Maybe Gundar did. Who knows?
So, and then there is a
we-
wooden chest at the foot of his bed.
Someone check chest.
Trap.
So whoever checks the chest, okay. Well, if you want to check if it's not trapped, it's unlocked.
Okay. I'll open it.
Okay, so that has the best pickings. Contains 180 silver, 130 gold, a silk pouch containing 5 carnelians, 2 paradots, and 1 pearl.
Can you put that in the Discord?
Yeah, I'm just finishing reading it. It also contains 2 magic items, 2 scrolls, 1 of Charm Person, and 1 of Fireball.
Nice.
Fireball.
Man,
Always Fireball.
that is a great spell to screw up using.
Yep. I didn't say how big is the room. I say cast Fireball.
That's literally how I did it the first time I used it.
Yep. The first time I had a player use
So-
Fireball on me as a DM, he used it in a room with 2 NPCs because it was like a murder mystery story.
Oh Lord.
And so the 2 NPCs encounter a mimic. And he's just like, oh my gosh, fireball inside. The mimic gets hurt, but the 2 NPCs get roasted. And they're the 2 detectives in the town. And so everybody's so
Not
pissed at
anymore.
him because he killed the 2 detectives.
Oops.
So yeah, and we never let him live it down. And so all of us on our Facebook pages, because I think it was like Detective Mustard and I forget the exact names, but it was just like all of us put R.I.P. Detective Mustard on our Facebook pages.
Poor guy.
Go for it, buddy.
It was like my coworker
So-
on Thursday when we were like driving to pick stuff up, and he's like, "Oh yeah, like should we put like stuff up to like let people know that we're doing stuff here?" And we're like what? And he was trying to say traffic pylons, which we didn't have any. But he's like, "Yeah, should we put up some pine cones?" And we're like, "Put up some what?" And he's like, "Oh crap, not pine cone." And we're like, "Oh yeah, it's definitely pine cones."
It can make life interesting if you do that.
Mm-hmm. But so that's basically everything that's in Glass Staff's room.
Okay, so we have checked this. Let's look elsewhere and see what other joy and fun he has around town.
I think we should behead Glassstaff here. Take his head, show him off to all the rest of the Red Brand in here, and tell them, you know, your shit's over. You gotta leave town now, or we'll kill you too.
Yeah, if we behead him, go out the way we came in, and then I guess call the Red Brand, call them out, and show them. Maybe they'll leave town.
Actually, we should ask them to surrender, arrest them, and then slaughter them.
Jairee is horrifyingly nasty.
Actually, no, they're slavers. I don't like. So here's the thing: why would the rule of law apply to people who enslave and rape and murder children?
We could leave it to the townsfolk to decide their fate.
But it'll be hard to like wrap around that many people up and make sure they, you know, stay together and everything. Better to just try to make them leave. Without leadership, I doubt they'll have the wherewithal to stay together.
Well, he speaks of plans. I wonder what plans.
Well, you might have
Maybe he
found
has
out if you
connections
hadn't killed
elsewhere.
him.
Yeah. Well,
Puts a damper on things.
we can either finish clearing out the area, or we can go back to town and try to make everyone leave.
Well, I think there's still like about 30 Red Brand hidden down here in these like
Yeah,
underground.
I think we're probably better off picking them all off.
Well, if you had
honestly.
asked, the Nothic would know. Like, the Nothic knows a lot about who's here.
The
I'll
what?
go on and ask them.
Let's go talk to
I
that
will.
guy.
Oh, okay.
Yes. African Swallow knows a lot.
He's better than his cousin. That European swallow guy is kind of creepy with the peeing and all that and urinating at people.
Looky here, we got another tasty treat for you.
You bring him my
Leave the
Arno?
head.
And
Yeah,
kind of
his
like,
body.
No, don't. I wouldn't bring in my Arno yet because he might be the only thing keeping him from attacking us.
Oh, I gotta let my dogs out.
Ooh,
No.
let the dogs out.
So you wish to ask questions of West European
Yeah.
of African swallow?
Yes. Ask him how many red brands there are.
Oh, thank you for the meat again once more. Tasty meat. There are 4. 4 of
4?
them.
Only 4 more.
Yes.
In the entire complex? Plus
Plus bugbears.
what else?
And a
Bug
How many
goblin.
bugbears?
bears.
And goblins?
1 goblin. He's
Any hobgoblin? Anything else?
a chicken. Nope, that's
Is he
it.
a goblin or a chicken?
He's a goblin chicken.
And okay. And how many bugbears are there?
3.
Why? Why are there creatures?
Where are there bugbears?
Why?
I don't know. They're here.
Are they red brand?
Me no think so.
Do they
they
work
violent?
with?
Yeah, they're on the same team, but they don't get along.
What they doing?
The bugbears?
Yes.
They in their room. They spend all day there. Sometimes they go chat with Iarno. But he gone.
Well, okay, he wouldn't know that he's gone.
But I don't know why.
Thank you.
More meat? For later?
Very soon there'll be plenty of meat.
Oh, yes, tasty meat. We like them so juicy sweet.
I didn't know you were a poet.
I didn't even know it.
Okay.
Hee hee. Hee hee.
Which way to red brands and which way to goblins?
Well, across
and bugbears,
this
too.
bridge for red brands and across this bridge for bugbears.
What's down there?
What's down where? Oh, that is
The
it is
chasm.
a path to I don't know. I've never gone that way. Sometimes there's some light coming out of there. So I don't go there because I like the dark.
The cross between Mungo and Schmiegel.
Pretty much.
I want to purge the evil.
So you're saying you just want to kill them, or do you want to like intimidate them into leaving?
Red brands we can intimidate. The others, not so sure.
I think we need to get rid of these people. They're kind of terrible. Plus, that lady gave us a lead on an emerald necklace, so I kind of like her.
Mr. May we pass?
My name is not my name is African Swallow.
Abracadabra, may we pass?
Yes, you gave me meat.
How much progress has he made on those 2 bodies?
I've eaten probably half of one of them.
Right.
He's pretty quick.
So
The other
I'm
one
gonna
he's kind
go-
of
Make sure,
playing
make
with
sure
and
you eat the
saving for
livers.
later.
They're very good for you.
and where's our there he is. Oh. Are we going after the red brand first? What are we doing here?
Blutok's going to the other. Well, he's gonna peek down here to see if he can see what this passageway goes to.
I'll go with you.
What does he see? No, not
What's
Oh,
the deal
down.
with the
Oh, down in
staircase?
that area.
Yeah,
Okay, hold on.
because he said there's a light that comes through here every once in a while, right?
Yeah.
And Jerry's in the chasm.
Jairee is in the chasm.
I was gonna rock the Casbah, but I can only rock the chasm.
Yeah.
Rock the castle.
If you continue down that passage for about 100 feet, it emerges in a tunnel in the woods, which is kind of covered in some tree branches, which is south of Trisandar Manor.
Okay.
It looks like it's well
So-
worn.
If we need to, we can escape through there.
Okay.
And then what's over here?
Okay, hang on.
Burk.
Well, I didn't notice the first time, but yeah, when you guys cross the bridge, especially this south one,
Mm-hmm.
rigged to collapse whenever a creature weighing more than 50 pounds moves across it, which yeah, you're
Hold on, let
definitely
me
more
look
than
at
50 pounds.
I'm only 325.
Yeah, Blutok is, I think he's probably heavy enough. So,
Wait, he's not 50 pounds. He's 325 kilos. It's different.
yeah.
0 pounds.
So is rigged to collapse.
Got to come back in now.
How far down is it?
20 feet. So big
That's
boy
12
here
more
is
feet
gonna
than I am.
is gonna fall down. So you'll take 2d6.
Do I roll that or you?
There's no deck save or anything to like
No.
grab a rope.
No, they're rigged to collapse.
It's like a trap.
They're traps.
Seven damages.
So, yep. But
Oh,
now that you're in the crevasse, you can discover some things.
pot of gold.
Okay, so the steep-sided fissure is 5 to 10 feet wide. The bottom of the crevasse feels unnaturally cold. And there is a heap of well-gnawed bones, a half-eaten body of a man whose face looks somewhat similar to the children that were locked up.
Oh, Daddy.
Yep.
Maybe the kids won't be coming out this way.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there is a battered wooden chest in the crevasse.
Hmm.
So
I will kick it open.
all right, the chest has, and I'll put this in party loot. 160 silver, 120 gold, 5 malachite gems, 2 potions of healing, and a scroll of augury.
I'll load up my backpack.
It also has a +1 longsword.
Oh, snap.
which the sword is inscribed with the name Talon.
Alan.
So,
Uh-oh.
I can't
man.
use a long sword.
Blutok, do you want to give me a history check?
I do.
Can anyone use this longsword?
I
Anyone that's
probably don't know what
proficient?
that is.
Nope,
am
you
not
have no idea
proficient.
what that is.
Do I remember if any of the people in my party use a long sword?
You would know that. Um,
I can't use one.
I think
I
the
think Liam.
bard and the thief both used rapiers.
Yeah,
he's
Liam
short
is
sword.
probably the only one who can use a longsword.
Who?
Then Liam got a new longsword.
No, I can't use a long sword. I can only use wooden objects.
Oh, then nobody can use a longsword. Okay, fine.
Only use wooden objects.
Yeah, I'm a druid.
I'll make it
I
a.
thought that was no, that was only for armor. I thought.
Thought they could only use wooden weapons.
Well, let's. I don't think you can't. I think they choose not to.
Oh, very well then.
But he chooses too.
No, I probably wouldn't use a long sword.
Druids will not wear armor or use shields made of metal.
And they wouldn't use weapons made of metal. I wouldn't use weapons made of metal. My spears are just sharpened sticks.
But you have proficiency in scimitars.
Yep.
Yeah, wooden scimitars.
Wooden scimitars. Why isn't this working?
The,
All right. Well, I'll put it. I did grab a longsword
I-
earlier.
well,
Maybe
I'll
I
make
can
it-
try to learn it.
Yeah. Well, I can make it. I can retcon it to make it a short sword if nobody is able to use a longsword.
Or a rapier, because it's the same damage.
Okay, fine. It is a +1 rapier.
Hey.
Can you make it a nuclear missile? Just asking.
No, it is not a
Well,
nuclear
you
missile.
change it, I mean.
You are not the Russians.
Stephen,
Yes.
what were the two magic items that we got out of Yarna's chest?
Oh, they were 2 scrolls. I linked them in the a scroll of
Fireball
charm person and a
charm,
scroll
yeah.
of fireball.
Okay, you didn't say there were 2 magic items in addition to those scrolls?
It
No,
just says it says that the 2 magic items were the scrolls.
I see. Okay.
Oh, I see. 2 magic items. Scroll of charm person, scroll of fireball.
Yeah. So.
Excuse me.
And this is 20 feet up.
Yep.
All right. Is this entire thing 20 feet deep?
Yep. Whole thing.
Okay.
You need some help getting up, or you're still exploring?
Possibly. I guess I'll walk down this way to see where this goes.
It basically
then-
ends right about here. There's a small cavern
Okay.
where the Nothic has made a bit of a lair, but it's really just extra bones.
All right. I'm gonna go get Yarna's head. I'm gonna take it off and bring it.
Oh, you're good.
Besides Matt and I, who's using a rapier besides Matt and I?
Nobody. Mr. Swallow, can you assist me out of the pit?
Okay.
I can just give you a rope, dude.
Can you hold it while 325 person climbs up the rope?
Well, I'm gonna use the word as a guide. There's at least one movie where that happened. I'm
Yeah.
not lifting you up, dude.
Well,
I'm just holding
okay.
the rope
Are
so
you
can climb
enlisting
up.
the help of African Swallow?
Sure. If
Okay.
he
Well,
can help.
African Swallow, you'll get about halfway up, and then African Swallow will drop the rope, and he'll be like,
I'm hungry. Let's eat some meat.
Okay. So, no.
"No."
I guess if y'all can tie some rope up to one of these posts, I could try to climb out.
Yeah. We'll do that. Matt, do you want to grab the rapier for your character?
No. You take it.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm not a rapier kind of guy.
Oh, I thought you had a rapier.
No, I have a short sword.
Oh,
No,
okay.
it's really
you want to leave it a
just
short sword? I don't care.
Jairee is the rapier kind of guy.
Your words are both true and hurtful.
I know. That's what makes
What do I
them the
need
best
to?
kind.
What do I need to roll?
Oh, actually, I
climb
do
out.
have a long sword. How about that? Huh. You know that.
Do I need to roll like a strength saving throw or a strength check?
Just roll a strength check to try and get yourself out.
Come on. 11? Okay.
Yeah, okay. I'll say you make it up with the rope.
Ugh. All right. Then I'll give Jairee the rapier.
Big
She's
man,
got the
look
rapier.
tasty. Yes.
Thanks for no helping.
But the meat.
I helped to tie the rope off.
No, I was
Him.
talking to him.
Schmiegel.
My name is not Spiegel. My name is African Swallow.
All right.
Okay. Well, I'll come over here, toss the rapier over to Jairee. Clang. And then I'll continue to see what what was over here.
So if you follow this way, that leads to a secret passage which takes you back into that first entry room.
Okay. But don't need that. Now I'll have to go back around. Well, I guess I can jump that, right? Because
Yep.
that's only 5 feet.
All right.
Stupid bridge.
Let's go this way.
Now, bugbears.
Yeah, that is the way to the bugbears.
Everyone ready?
Which way was the red brand?
Well, technically,
Passage up there.
Western African swallow would say, if you go this way, the bugbears are down and the red brands are up.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
first let's go this way. All right. I'm gonna come in here. I'll let.
Where are
Where'd
you
you
going?
go?
I'm holding up the head of.
Oh, you're trying to like.
Yeah, I'm holding up the head of Yarno.
Okay.
All right, Red Brand, we've killed your master. Unless you want to die too, you'll leave this town of Fendelin and go on your merry way. We cannot wait. But this
you
is your only
talking-
warning.
All I see is a door. Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're
All right. Can I
roll intimidation. Yep.
Okay.
Does he get advantage holding the head?
Yes.
Hey!
Oh, sorry, the chirpa was on accident.
15. Okay. So yeah, the ones that are in the room. So I'll just describe the room. Several worn tables and chairs are scattered around this room. Wooden benches are drawn up against decorated walls. 4 tough-looking human red brand ruffians wearing scarlet cloaks are gathered around one of the tables. Stack of coins and trinkets are heaped upon the tabletop between them. And all of them have been drinking heavily.
Throw down your weapons. Leave this town.
Yell out, or I'm going to shove a sword up your ass just like I did to your friend in town.
Yeah. Well, I think they'd probably... Yeah, with a 15, they're probably going to be moved enough to and scared enough.
Leave all your gems and gold too.
Okay, they don't want to do that.
Leave now.
We take our money. If you take
Fine.
from us our money, then we attack.
Fine, leave. but
Sounded
do
a
not
lot like
come
European swallow.
back. The
No,
red brands,
they do not.
the red brands finished in Vandalen. Go.
That sounds like Morgantha.
I still think we should have killed these guys. but-
Morgantha.
The
Morgantha's
red
now
brands finished
dead.
in Vandalen. Go.
Fine, we will leave. So the four of them gather up their money and
See
get
if
the
they
heck
make it
out of
past
Dodge.
African swallow.
Oh, African Swallow doesn't care.
Oh. Okay, now that they're gone.
Are you allowed African swallow? Meat coming for you.
Now there are 7 bugbears. I don't know if the same intimidation
there
will
were
work
3.
on them.
Three
Three?
bugbears.
3 bugbears. Yeah.
I don't know
And
if the
a
intimidation will work on them, but we can try it.
Give it a shot.
Are bugbears intelligent or are they just beasts?
They're humanoids.
Okay.
They might-
Would you want to roll like a nature
I don't
to see
know.
if they're intelligent?
I can do that.
I know they have some intelligence.
Woodsman, what do you know of bugbears?
Let's see. Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, you don't know anything. You're dumber than they are.
Let's
What?
see if I can. Oh, no, I don't see anything in this room.
Yeah. Aside from
I'll
the money that they
investigate.
had on the table, there's nothing of value in this room.
Okay.
And they took all the money?
Yeah, they did. That was part
I'm
of
morally
the
opposed
part
to
of the
that,
deal.
guys. Morally offended by that.
Morally
Well, I
offended
think-
that you let them leave with money.
I'm going in
Unless-
there.
I don't even. I like the
Are
fact
you
that
guys
they're
backing me
alive.
up or not?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why don't you play a song for them?
Well, I'm gonna give them the same speech when I
Did you go in the
there.
room?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you go into the
I'll
room. The
stand out here.
bugbears are surprised.
Listen here, you
So-
foul beasts.
You guys
We're
were
in the Red Rank.
were you listening outside the door? No,
No.
you weren't.
No,
So-
he just went in.
When you open the door, you can kind of. Does any of you speak Goblin?
Not me.
Bugbear orgy?
You do not
So
hear
you're
a
saying
bugbear orgy.
aren't you?
I speak orc.
Okay, well, then you just hear what sounds like demeaning commands in Goblin.
Well, lots of grunting.
Yeah, lots of grunting. And so you open the door.
Is it loud? Sounds like a bugbear orgy.
Yep. The barracks contains 4 roughly built wooden bunks, all heaped up blankets and dirty dishes. A strong smell of unwashed bodies and rotten meat fills the air. 3 tall furry humanoids are lounging amongst the mess, barking orders, and a sad little goblin that demeans itself for their amusement. Your sudden appearance causes the goblin to faint.
Oh, okay.
So, the first one is it looks like their leader.
Mm-hmm.
He speaks to you. Who are you?
I am Jables Hardrock. And my companions and I have killed the Red Brand and their leader. And we may have to do that the same to you, but we're willing to let you live if you leave Van Dellen right away. And I'll hold up the head.
That pitiful fool Iano.
or you can work for us.
I will never work for you. I work for the Black Spider. Time to die.
I didn't get any intimidation. The Black
Black
Spider?
Spider. Who is the Black Spider?
No. Hey, we work for the Black Spider too.
Yep. We work for the Black Spider too. Yeah, that's why we killed all the red brands.
Deception.
They were unworthy. Are we doing?
Wow, I'm glad the 18 was my roll. Jesus.
Why don't somebody else roll an 18? No, it's not me.
I
Seems
tried. I just. It doesn't matter if they rolled a 23 though. Wait,
No,
did
I
they roll
rolled-
an 18? No.
No,
Okay.
that was him.
Okay.
All right, everybody's in. Wow, that was a very high roll. Nobody rolled below an 18. Okay, Liam, you're up.
When everyone has a great roll, no one has a great roll.
So I'm gonna yell at Blutok, and tell him to down in front.
Crouch down so you can jump over me.
Yep. And as he does, I'm gonna jump. Oh, I'm gonna step on his back and jump. Well, actually, how high is the door frame here? Because that won't work.
Probably 8 feet, like a regular door frame. Although that is kind of a funny image of you running up, jumping on his back, and then hitting your head.
Yeah, I'll just walk in. I'll just walk by. And this bugbear here, I
Sorry.
will. Actually, you know what? I will not do that. I will change into a panther, which I think I can do as a bonus action.
Okay.
So I'll change into a panther and it's +4 to hit, so I'll roll a d20. 14.
Miss.
Is that hit? That misses.
Dang.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Well,
Okay.
but I do have, excuse me, I do have 13 extra hit points now.
Okay. Jairee?
I'm just gonna roll rapier and then add a +1 to it, so 17 damage. And I'm attacking this one who's facing off against this one who's facing off against Jables. I'm guessing I don't get a sneak attack.
Yes, you do.
Oh, okay.
As long as you have an ally within 5 feet of them, you get sneak attack.
Oh,
Or if you have advantage on the attack.
I must be thinking like old D&D was stricter.
Old D&D was stricter.
Yeah, it was.
7.
5e is not strict.
So do I get a +1 on the sneak too, or just on the straight damage?
You dealt
No,
15 damage.
Yeah, if you hit,
No, I get a +1 from Talon. I was in the middle of setting up Talon as a weapon.
Okay. So yes.
17
You
to
get
hit.
yeah, you'd have do
Yeah.
a 7 damage plus 9, so that'd be 16.
Okay. 16 damage. Cool. Cool. Okay, all set.
Okay.
All right, Jables' turn.
Yep, it is.
All right. I'll give Blutok some room to get in the room. And then I'll hit this bastard in the side with a short sword.
Okay.
Do I get any kind of flanking special?
You'd have to move here to get flanking.
Where?
But
Here?
even yeah, you'd have to move there.
That's where I go then. And,
You miss.
all right. That's my turn.
Okay. Well, this first one is pissed at Jairee. That misses, unfortunately.
A morning star.
What's your mother looking like a doorstop?
A 17 will definitely hit that panther
Yes.
for 14 damage.
I'm back
Damn.
up again.
So the panther is now poofed.
Yeah.
And then this bugbear
Glad I did that.
is going to go
Yeah.
for Jables. Unfortunately, only for a 13.
Okay. I have AC 14.
Yep, so he misses. Blutok.
Okay. I'm the last one. I
Come
will
flank this one with me.
activate. Well, I'll move in. I can't move over there without getting an opportunity attack, because if I go over here,
Yep, then
Gotcha.
you'll get the one that's by
he would hit me.
Liam.
So I'll activate
Excuse me.
spiritual weapon.
Okay.
A 14 to hit.
That misses.
Yeah. That's going to be over there. And then I can't. These are just creatures, right? They're not anything special.
The bugbears?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not like aberrations, celestials.
Oh, no,
anything.
they're just
They're just
regular.
Got it. And I will save that. And I wish I had something else there. I guess the one in front of me, I'll try to smack with the mace.
Okay. Oh, yeah, you definitely miss.
Yep.
Okay. Liam?
I'm going to hit him with my club.
Okay.
5 damage.
Yep. That does hit him.
That's so. Actually, I will move to. I can move to here. I'll move to there.
Okay. Jairee?
I'm gonna go for this guy.
Jerry, if you move down one space, you'll be I'll be flanking, and you'll get advantage.
I'll move down here,
Yep.
and I'll go to this guy. Actually, you know what? If I hit this guy, because there's already 2 on him, I'm gonna hit this guy and help Jables out.
Yeah, but
Will that still?
You won't get
Will that
advantage
still give
on
me
it.
the bone?
No.
no, you
No.
won't.
Oh, okay. I'll get this one then.
15
That
does not hit. No.
Bummer.
All right, Jables?
All right, same one I was fighting before.
Okay. Nope.
All right. And then, let's see. There's no one going after me.
Well, once you're done your turn, maybe.
Okay.
Now that you said something.
I'm gonna give a inspiration to Jairee. I'll play on my lute and say, "Make some room, get out of his way. This motherfucker here about to save the day. Don't look at him wrong, don't give no sass, or you'll get a rapier shoved up your fucking ass."
My goodness.
You know, you accidentally give one guy Steel colonoscopy. An accident.
And you never live it down.
Right, I know.
All right, so you get an extra d6, but you have to say you're going to use the inspiration before you actually roll your attack.
Gotcha.
Okay, this one's gonna hit Jairee for 15.
Ow.
415 or
Oh.
for okay. I was like, oh,
For 8 piercing, not for 15 damage.
Okay.
And then this one's gonna hit Liam. Or try to. 13 will probably not hit Liam.
That does not hit Liam.
Okay, well, then that's all of them. Blutok.
Yay, spiritual weapon against the guy in the back
Yep.
corner. Where are you at? There we go. And it is
A crit?
Critical. Why did it not?
14.
Oh, 14 force damages.
Uh-huh.
And then again with the mace to the face with this guy in front of me.
Mace to
Jesus
the
Christ,
face in this
man.
horrible place. Okay.
Nope.
Yeah, 6 ain't getting it done. Liam,
Yep.
you gonna try
I'll
and
go
finish him
bongo.
off?
Hey.
You might. 7. That does not finish him off, but it's close.
That's that's all I'm gonna do. I don't have another wild shape. I'm all out of everything. When you do a short rest, do you get rage and wild
Nope.
shape back? Okay.
I don't know about wild shape, but you don't get rage back.
Let's look. Oh, you regain expended uses for you finish a short or long rest. So I
Yeah.
do have wild shape back. Then as a bonus
Yeah, we
action,
did short rest.
I will turn back into a panther.
Okay then. Jairee.
I will attack him.
Okay.
There you go. All right.
Are you using your inspiration?
Yes, I'm using inspiration. Sorry.
Okay, well,
if you're attacking him, you should probably don't
technically
need
the
to.
rules for inspiration are you
The next.
you can roll your die and then you can choose to use it, but you have to say it's like, okay, like before you tell me if it hits or not, let me choose to roll inspiration once I've rolled.
Right.
Because it must decide
Okay,
before the
so
DM says whether it succeeds or not, but you can roll until after you can choose to roll the bardic inspiration. So
With
you
a
rolled a
20, I
20
don't
with
think you're gonna
advantage.
need it.
What?
With
I'm sorry,
advantage, you
very
rolled a
last one. Did I
20,
hit?
so I don't think
Yeah.
you're going to need it.
Okay. But I still get extra d6 for damage, though, right?
With sneak?
Yeah. No. Isn't the inspiration both the hit and damage, or is it just
No.
the attack roll? Oh, God. It's the
There's
attack roll?
only
Okay.
there's a certain class of bard in which you can give it to someone as an attack, like as a damage roll. 12.
21.
Well, he is super dead.
Truly, Ensign. Thank you for the inspiration.
No bugbear fortitude.
No, there is no bugbear fortitude.
There are bugbear carpets, though, coming tomorrow.
Ah.
So you have one dead bugbear, one that is very, very close to death, and the other one that is not harmed at all.
One to die soon.
So you gonna keep attacking the one next to you, Jables, or are you gonna try and make it so you're only attacking one bugbear?
I'm gonna hit the bugbear to my right there
Okay.
with the short sword.
Okay.
No.
Certainly not.
All right. That's all I'm doing.
Okay, well, he's going to try and retaliate against you. And his will hit you for 11 piercing.
What do you hit me with?
A Morning Star.
Oh,
And then this one is going to strike out. Nope, he will miss.
that's a good hit, man.
Well, what's the AC on a panther? I'm assuming it's less than 14.
Let's see. 12.
12?
Yep.
Okay, then, well, he hits the panther and kills the panther.
Well, knocks him out of wild shape.
Yeah, knocks him out of wild shape panther.
Because that's that's how many hit points they have, so he doesn't carry anything over. That's good.
Okay, Blutok.
Blutok.
If you kill this guy, then that'll be the end of combat, because there's no point. There's no way
Well,
one
The
bugbear
spiritual
could...
weapon isn't going to do it.
No, that's not.
And I've missed every time with my mace, but we're going to try it.
Will the mace put him in his place?
A 15.
No. Liam, are you going to finish him?
All right. My go.
You're not a panther anymore.
Really? What happened? I'm sorry.
You immediately got... He hit your panther because he has advantage, and it immediately knocked you out of wild shape.
Okay. Good thing I had it. So that one's dead. I'm gonna go ahead and give me a attack of opportunity.
Okay.
That
15.
Misses. That misses.
Okay.
And then I'm going to hit him with my club.
Okay, yeah. Well, he's dead.
Yay.
So the combat ends.
Well, what about this one?
I'm going to say you just... Okay, do you want to kill all of them? Or do you want to leave one to interrogate?
Well, the goblin's not dead. He just passed out, right?
Yes. So you want to murder all of them?
We can take out the bugbears, and then tie up homeboy and interrogate him.
Okay, the bugbears are dead, and you want to wake up the goblin.
Before we do that, we would tie him up.
Okay.
Ooh, excuse me.
Let's do some role-playing for the goblin.
Did the bugbears have any loot?
No.
Mace.
Morning stars, that's about it.
I'll take a morning star and put it in my bag.
Okay. Anyways. How should I do the voice for this goblin? Hello. Why do you tie me up? My name is-
Jairee, he's gonna do
my name is
some
Droop.
things to you.
What?
Jaree's gonna do some very interesting things to you, which starts with you opening your mouth and closing your eyes.
Okay, but I don't want to do that.
All
We
right,
want-
Jairee, he's ready.
We want some information.
You want information or you want to do things to my mouth?
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
Why don't you tell us everything you know about the black spider?
Well, I don't know anything about the black spider other than that these bugbears, which you killed. Oh, thank you. We're sent by the black spider.
You didn't work for him.
No.
Or her?
Him.
I was here
Right.
before,
Black spider.
and the bugbears were here from the black spider.
You were here living in the cave.
Well, they captured me on the way to this place.
Why?
Well, they wanted a servant.
Where are you from?
My family patrols with the Cragmaw goblins, which are stationed around Phandalin. But these bugbears came from Cragmaw Castle.
Would you know anything about a dwarf named Gundar being taken to Cragmaw Castle?
No, I've been here for a week. I know nothing.
Do I really believe him? Does he seem convincing?
You want to roll insight?
Yeah.
I would also.
Yeah, he's telling the truth.
Okay. What's your name, Goblin?
My name is Droop.
Droop.
By the way, can I go with you?
If you can help us get a friend freed from Cragmaw Castle, then you may have your freedom.
Well, maybe. I can try.
Welcome, friend.
Welcome to conditional friendship.
And if you promise not to try to steal from us or kill us, we'll release you of your binds.
Okay.
Right.
So-
I guess we'll go round up the woman and children and take them out the other way, not through this way.
Can we do a quick search of the rest of the castle and make sure we covered everything? Check for any secret doors or anything?
Yeah, you can try, but there's nothing. The only room that you haven't discovered is the area right next to where you found Glassstaff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, we'll go back and look through there.
The one that went into his room?
Yeah.
Okay.
Over here? Oh, this is like alchemy area?
Yeah.
What is that? Workbenches? What's in there?
In that area, there is
A nasty beast with huge fangs.
no. So the
no.
wizard's workshop. The room appears to be the wizard's workshop. A rat scurries across the floor and takes refuge under a large work table set up with alembics, retorts, distillation coils, and other chemical devices. all of it stewing, bubbling away. Bookshelves are crowded with sheaves of parchment and strange-looking tomes.
I grab all the books.
Well, let's quickly see what they're about.
If you want to see what the books are about, so a majority of the books are about brewing potions and concocting alchemical mixtures. The books and notes scattered around the room are basic texts on alchemy. Any character proficient in Arcana can see that Iarno's apparatus appears to be set up to brew potions of invisibility. It has not worked. And Jables, you would notice that there's one book written in Dwarvish.
Right.
The Journal of an Adventurer named Ermon.
Okay. I'll pack that away.
Yeah, well, and if you read a little bit into the Journal of Ermon, it describes the history of the lost mine of Fandelver and the Forge of Spells.
Oh, really?
Are there any mushrooms?
I tell everybody.
There are no
about-
mushrooms.
Okay.
There's a legend in here about a lost mine of Fandelver. Or
Yeah.
Mandolin or some
And
shit.
Ermon also writes, puts in his journal that there's a magic mace named Lightbringer that was commissioned by the priests of Lathander. The mace was lost when Wave Echo Cave, and its mine vanished from history.
Does it mention does it mention anything about mushrooms?
No.
There's nothing in here about mushrooms.
Liam is basically like the textbook version of like those memes where it was like nobody. It's like everybody doing something else that has nothing to do with mushrooms. Liam, mushrooms?
Oh.
Blutok's going to call the mother out into the hallway to speak with her quickly.
Okay.
And explain that we are pretty sure that we found her husband's remains.
You have.
And unfortunately, it's they're visible on the only safe way for them to escape this area.
As long as they don't look down into the crevasse.
Right.
Well, we have all these red cloaks. Let's just charismatic with red cloaks. And
That's
don't
not a
tell
bad
them.
idea.
I guess we could try that. Well, I'll tell her that we're going to try to do our best to cover the remains before they pass through.
Okay. And as of
So-
course, as you pass by, African Swallow
So,
just kind of licks
were
his
there any
lips.
completed potions inside the alchemical room?
Not completed, but he did have some interesting things related to that.
Mm-hmm.
So 3 small bottles do hold some rare reagents. There is mercury, dragon bile, and powdered nightshade. And you could sell them to an apothecary or an alchemist for about 25 gold apiece.
Didn't know that.
But yeah, now you have uncovered everything.
Except for the mushrooms.
Where are you?
All right, so let's go back into town then.
Hold on.
And accept the hero's welcome we so richly deserve.
I think that's probably where we're going to finish off for tonight. And then you can have your heroes welcome in the morning. Or you can have your heroes welcome for next session.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, man. I had fun. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
That was a great game.